How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Why is my WoW hoodies W for World of Warcraft? Why is that seen as green when it's obviously yellow? You can literally see background of the goddamn Shadowlands over there. What the shit? Sylvanas, thanks. Thanks, Blizzard. Appreciate it. God damn it, Blizzard. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another good live stream. We got ourselves some 5V5 1V1 DUELS on the day today. Sorry, we are so slow to set up the groups and get the stream up and running. Raid testing was literally happening, well, it's still going on actually, an hour before we get the stream up and running. So I'm a little delayed. I'm a little slow. If you guys can give me a minute just to get all the usual setup that I do, to get the stream up and running, get the links, all that stuff, if you guys would be so kind to let me do that for like a minute, I would very much appreciate it. We can't get the music up and running though while I do all that. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, you beautiful bastards. Hope you all are having a wonderful, beautiful evening though. We got ourselves G, we got ourselves Nico Archie, we got ourselves Team Assassin, Gaming Pancake, Chrysler, we got Alco, Nemo, Pavel, we got ourselves Andres, Deadalax. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, friendly, beautiful, awesome chat. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening, boys. I'm super behind on things. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't mean to be like that. 5V5 1V1 Duels stream is going live. Yay. Gotta get all those links up and running. It helps out the channel a lot when I do that, though. It seriously does. How are we doing today? We're doing pretty good, Celtic. Let me see if I can find a good image to post on the good old YouTube, boys. Looking for something that really just sings the class stuff. I usually like to put like an epic wallpaper before we get the duels up and running. I want to get a good one. I want to get a good one that isn't someone's art, because you can get in trouble by using someone's art in a thumbnail. I actually got in trouble once when I was using someone's art as part of my thumbnail. They didn't appreciate it, and they ended up trying to DMCA me on it. So I reached out to them. They were actually really nice. They just had no idea that they just were told that that's what you're supposed to do, is just to go straight to DMCA. I was like, oh, no. That's a really bad thing. That's really bad. Like, if you would just hit me up and contact me, we could get all this figured out. It's like, hey, can you not use it? I'm like, yo, easily, dude, swap it. So I went and just swapped a bunch of thumbnails back in when Shadowlands was started. Because that's some really awesome thumbnails that I was super proud of. They look great. And I was like, you know what, just for the safety, we're just gonna place them with WoW models. A while back. Then I can't find a good one. I can't find the one I like. We're just gonna have to do is this war room. No, never mind, I can't do that. Yeah, sorry, seriously, boys, I did not mean to take this forever. Seriously, I did not mean to take this long. I'm so sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, man. I apologize. We'll get it up and running. We got us some groups I saw, right? Sorry, I literally can't even see the chat. I'm getting all this stuff done. Sorry. Why am I apologizing so much? I'm sorry if I apologize so much. Hey, Dal, want to catch one of the duels and go to sleep? You gotta work 5 hours. Sajiro, get yourself some sleep, my guy. What you're doing right now is trying to be a measured human being that's aware of everything that's going on in your life. And you're trying to make sure you have the life by the horns rather than letting it slip past your fingertips. You know what? That's good. That's a really good thing. You're being a responsible adult, and I'm proud of you for that. Even if you can't catch the duels. Being a responsible adult over catching duels, that's something I'm going to promote every single time. Don't be like me, who's up until like 8 in the morning working on the video. Even though I had so much fun putting that one together last night. Oh, I had so much fun. Look at the tier set. Dude, take a deeper look at the rogue tier set. I enjoyed it. I want to do it for other classes. What other class should I do a deep dive on tier sets on, boys? In the chat right now. Which one do you think I should do next? Because I'm probably going to do one of every class as the tier sets actually become like stabilized. Like, I want to wait out for Shaman until they get like a decent tier set that's guaranteed, like, oh, it's not changing. That's how it's going to be. Here's the tier set. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Amir. We'll get the duels up and running in just a moment here. All right, I think I'm set. I think I'm good. I think we can actually get the duels. Alrighty, boys. Now the duels are online. Make an MM Hunter M+. Yo, Hunters I think have a pretty set in stone set. Feral, the Restoration Druid tier set is not set in stone yet. This is why I'm gonna hold off for the Druid for now until we have a more concrete Restoration Druid set. If we can get some gear, I'll try Outlaw tomorrow. Go for it, it's so good. Yeah, Survival Hunter, I think I'm gonna do Hunter next. Paladin, so Retribution Paladin set is bugged right now. I want to wait until they unbug it, so maybe next week. The only thing that's boring about sub rogue is a feral druid. Outlaw rogue are the only stealthies that deserve props. Hey, what's up, Scal? Yo, that's my favorite class, man. Hey, that's perfect. Let me just make sure I switch it to actual WoW. Dude, I'm out of shirts to wear, so I'm wearing this hoodie, and I have a fan on just to make sure I don't get too hot. I'm gonna try to be as comfortable and as good as I can, but I don't even have a shirt under here, dude. I feel naked in a way, in the weirdest way possible. What's up, Spartan? How you doing, my guy? All right, boys. Now we're ready for duels. Hit me up with them PMs. I have no idea who was the first person to message me at all. I see Chrysler's ready. I see Jesus is ready, so we'll get him up and running. I don't know. Yo, if you got a group, message me. If you already tried to message me before, I literally can't, unless I had checked BNet, maybe. Is it Chrysler, McLoopy? Do you have a group? All good, bro. Carl. Looks like Chrysler and Jesus were the first ones. Okay, cool. We got a group up and running, boys. Chrysler and Jesus. Let's get them rolling. Do. Okay, we pinned that. Alrighty, boys. You guys ready for some 5v5 1v1 duels, boys? Let's go. First duels of EU for the day. Let's see what we got for the evening. Switch. We got ourselves team 2 together with Ananki. As I like that scar with the eye. That looks odd. I can't see the rest of the mod because it's not a cat. Oh, I'm kind of having to angle, but I like the smog. Look at that. Yo, I like it. That's a good look. We got ourselves hydrocarbon as a survival. We got Jesus in the back with Albedo trying to roar out there as a paladin with another paladin, Ava Maria. Versus team 1 who's missing one, but hopefully they'll be able to get in and zone in before the duel starts. We got ourselves Alonia as a feral druid. We got Chrysler in the back. Chrysler's a Mechanome now? Decent mage as well as Nemo, and looks like Nemi. Oh, Nemi. You're gonna be first up and running. Team 1 is missing one, but I'm more confused by why is Chrysler a Mechanome? Is Chrysler your alt? Or is Chrysler your main? You just have Chrysler as an alliance character, or do you switch? I don't even understand. Gonna be a big old grip, but Jesus' name is looking for a turtle shell immediately. Go for a bit of a resetter on Jesus as they pop it off full cooldowns. Turtle shell get a trade for the 2-minute CDs. Might be pretty big value if Nemi can only get a kill onto Jesus. Jesus is going to have to start rotating defensives. Is go for death strikes. Try to get some resource pets. Trying to walk into a freezing trap just yet. So Nemi is going to try to disengage out of it. Going to be the pet sacrificed by Jesus. That goal did not last long at all. It did maybe do some damage. Going to be a quick feint death by Nemi. Looking to kite Jesus around. Jesus eating all the traps. It looks like he actually might have walked out of freezing trap and it got broken immediately. Nemi taking a bit of damage. So Jesus ramping up. Big old dragon does chunk out Nemi's health bar into a silence as a freezing trap is sitting there. Jesus with an IBF trying to grip the hunter back in, but kill shot away. Could be in a really bad spot. Only a couple cobra shots I needed for Nemi. Jesus could be going down here with a kill shot taking him out. Looks like Beastmaster Hunter. Consistent pressure and damage with big old kill shots was enough of pressure to push over Jesus himself. Albedo as a paladin. That's a Necrolord. Trying to see if he could whiff out. Nemi out in the open. Gonna be a stun. Nemi could be in big trouble. Albedo no wings, but Nemi could still be in a bad situation. Do they have anything at all? Do get slammed down by the Necro. Oh, planted a flag of ownership on. Kinda BM from Albedo. Maybe it's already just a baked-in macro. Alonia trying to see if they might be able to bust through the Flesh Cup shield, able to claw right through it. And Albedo looking for those defenses, those beats. Continue to take down. Even the Flash Cup was there to absorb a portion of it. Shackles the malediction out of Alonia, trying to prevent Albedo from being able to heal. But that's going to be Shield of Vengeance surrounding the Paladin with wings this time. Could get a big proc. Alonia expect the big Shield of Vengeance. Got Thorns up and running. Might need to get more defenses. Barskin is up, holding for a wall a little bit later. And Albedo just trying to go over the wings for Word of Glory spam. Trying to catch up on health as fast as possible. While wings are blazing, roaring. Extra crit chance, extra damage, but also extra healing while the wings are present. Trying not to let the Feral catch a reset whatsoever. Gonna be alone, trying to go for a bit of a leap. Hodge, no chicken for this one, but does Albedo have enough damage to finish off the Feral? Looking for those Necrolord procs with Divine Storms, but unable to capitalize on damage just yet. Unable to quite get enough pressure on Alonia. Not enough crits, and Albedo is gonna just go for a couple Word of Glories. Trying to keep the chase on the Feral Druid as best as possible. Going for a Flesh Cut to go for a bit of a resetter. And Alonia might be able to get himself a reset completely with a stealth and everything. Might even go behind the pillar and maybe catch a regrowth or two. Looks like they're just going to open up and go for damage onto the Flesh Count. And my music just stopped working for some reason. Out of nowhere. Speaking of music, I actually got to swap it to the dual set in a bit. Gonna be a Hodge onto Alonia. Thorns are up with the bark skin, but Albedo does not really have damage and doesn't really want to attack the prickly thorns. They're supposed to worry about their health for a bit, maybe until the Shield of Vengeance. Wings available in 45 seconds. Might be able to get himself a wings proc onto Alonia. No more trinket by the Feral, so Albedo does not worry about Barkskin, I think, for a while either. Might be able to land a good Hodge with a set of wings and then really just pop off damage onto the Feral. The Feral does have Berserk, so that's going to be a bit of damage. Shield of Vengeance does dissuade the Feral from continuing the assault. The pressure going to be the Hodge as the Feral trying to go for a chick. Albedo is not able to capitalize on that Hodge, though. Getting a couple of those procs of Divine Storm. Ursul's Vortex is going to keep him away as Alonia popping in a bear form, getting a fresh flesh cut up and running themselves. Albedo does have wings in just 10 seconds. That's going to be a trinket in those 10 seconds too. There's going to be a trinket trade for those wings unless Alonia puts themselves out in the open. Maybe doesn't choose to trinket it. Maybe Albedo just gives himself the biggest proc. Looks like wings are up and running. Thorns is up as well. Albedo could be in trouble. Bubble does come out. Does he get aggressive with that bubble? Looks like he's going to stand still. Catch a flashlight or two. Looks like that wasn't real wings though. That was just a proc, but Alonia did not have to trinket out of this one. Hodge did not line up with the Crusader proc. And Albedo is going to have to go for a bit of a resetter himself. No Shield of Vengeance for either one of them though now, so it could be more of an even battle, but the bubble down for the Paladin could put him in trouble. Gonna be, I think, Roots trying to come out for Alonia, but the Hand of Fate breaks him immediately as the Paladin tried to see if he could catch Alonia. Does catch him. Barkskin is choosing to trinket as wings come out, bear form, and just trying to tank up this damage, trying to switch between tank and bear form and the fast-paced stack form. Just trying to keep away from the Paladin. Ursul's does catch him as Albedo was charging out and Ursul's turned him around immediately. It is going to be a flesh cut very quickly to get himself a bit of a reset. And Alonia looking for that re-stealth. And now it's a perfect opportunity for me to change my music. I'm actually paying attention to duels this time a little bit more carefully because last time I tried to change my music. An enhancement shaman just kind of made the enemy blow up while we're just switching songs. Big Shield of Vengeance popping on Alonia. It looks like maybe Alonia could be in trouble if Frenzy regen as they get low. Albedo taking a bit of damage, hefty damage from those thorns. And had to play it more defensively. Had to start burning Word of Holy Power on Word of Glories rather than continuous damage. We're hitting that 5-minute mark, 3% dampener. And it's going to be a quick bash by Alonia with the Shackles and Malediction onto the Retribution Paladin. Albedo looking to break the chain with a Hand of Freedom, super low on health, Blessing Protection, but he's still necrotic out on health, needs to wait out. There's going to be a Swarm still taking down some Moonfire damage, just continue to proc, and Alonia does take him down with just spamming Moonfire, keeps spawning moons at the boy. With Hydrocarbon, trying to not give Alonia much of an opportunity to catch a reset. The pet is on him already. And it looks like actually the fellow does catch a reset. I think he was trying to see if he could hit him with a flare. I'm surprised the flare did not like flare downstairs though. I think normally flares do that, or used to. Maybe they fix it. It's going to be Scarab Bees by Hydra, as Alonia does interrupt it with a quick maim. And it's continuing to get the pressure rolling onto the Hunter. Going to be quick feign death as Carbon does remove the bleeds. Alonia's going to have to get the bleeds back up and running. Going to be the Swarm, so it's a lot of damage potential. Going to be a quick stun onto Alonia as Hydra's just trying to carve into him. Maybe going for a Scarab Bees, decides against it. And that's going to be a freezing trap just to CC the Feral for a moment. Keep him in place, catching a quick feign death with a Manic Bandage. And Alonia looks like they are not going to be able to catch himself a reset. As Hydrocarbon continuing to keep the pet on Alonia. Looks like Alonia immune that steel trap completely. Did you just walk right through it, or did you just avoid it somehow? Maybe it took a second for the steel trap to set. There it was, yeah, it took a second. So it didn't set fast enough. Gonna be another freezing trap. As Hydra takes quite a bit of damage from the Feral. The feign deaths and the Manic Bandages do let go of the dots. Try to go for a fear onto Alonia. It's gonna be quick Skull Bash. Turtle Shell does come out for Hydra. And they are going to burn another Manic Bandage into a flare onto Alonia, trying to deny the Feral any kind of reset. It's going to be the Flayed Shot, maybe potentially damage out of Hydra. It looks like Hydra has been a little bit behind this whole duel, as the Feral has been on the prowl, on the chase. So far, the Hunter has not been able to hunt much. It's going to be a quick fear onto Alonia. I think that's what he was trying to do the whole time, is to land those fears to maybe create some distance between the Feral. Going to be a quick stun. Alonia choosing to trinket for it is going to hot themselves back up. And that gives Hydra opportunity to go behind the pillar, catch a reset. Hunter's mark on the Feral, so no re-stealths possible. The pet is keeping the Feral in combat. Try to go for a quick port with the Door of Shadows. Going to be that full set of bleeds by Alonia. And Hydra taking a bit of that damage. Used to go for a feign death. Is going to go for that pet sack to try to help him deal with some of this damage that goes out. Whatever damage he can, whatever he can do about it. He is, it looks like, behind right now on feign deaths, and maybe in bad need of bandages. Feign death comes up. Gonna be a flesh cow for Alonia. Not doing it in bear form. Probably should be trying to maximize it in bear while they can. Quick flare onto Alonia, and Hydra barely alive. No turtle shell. Has an acceleration and has cooldowns. Alonia no longer with any kind of trinket or anything. I think he's trying to see if he can maybe bait Alonia out of form or to keep him in form. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do. He keeps trying to hit him with fears, I think, just to continue CC. Stun from a distance. Maybe that's why Hydra can make some damage happen. There's going to be another Scarab Beast. I think he's trying to get Alonia out of the cat form, or maybe just trying to keep him CC between stuns and fears, just trying to keep him locked down like as if he's a Warlock. Ursol's into Hydra. Looks like he's not even getting caught by the Ursols, but it's going to be Freezing Trap. He knew Alonia was going to go for a leap. Talk about a hunter that's expecting everything out of the Feral, continuing to get chain CCs from Freezing Traps into fears, just trying to keep the CCs rolling. I haven't seen a hunter aggressively scare Beast a Feral like that before, but maybe that'll end up paying off. Big bash by Alonia, looking to get a couple of those bleeds, but a Feign Death and a Manic Bandage away. Hydra could just remove all those dots. Steel Trap onto Alonia, continuing to try to get fears onto Alonia. Again, maybe just try to keep him out of cat form, maybe try to keep him like disrupted in a way. But definitely try to go for CC chains. Acceleration still available for the hunter. Actually looks like they're trying to catch up and get in some meaningful damage onto Alonia, as the Feral's kind of low, could be in the execute range. It's going to be quick stun. Trinket available, is going to trinket out of it. Friends of Regen, emergency healing coming out. Wall up for Alonia, as Hydra tried to go for a fear. Did not get a skull bash on Alonia just yet though. Hydra continued to try to carve damage into Alonia, but it's kind of low in health. Exile coming out. Quick Feign Death to remove the dots. It is going to be a Freezing Trap onto Alonia. Do they have anything for Manic Bandages? I think Alonia keeps putting Moonfires on a hunter, making it impossible for them to really get a lot of healing or bleed removal. And Hydra does go down. That Moonfire really makes a difference, because if it was only bleeds as part of Alonia's toolkit, I think it would have been just fine. But because there's a Moonfire, that Moonfire is going to break the Manic Bandage. This is why you need to make a Feign Death happen to remove the Moonfire, and then Manic Bandage to recover and remove the rest of the bleeds. Man, this is rough. But Alonia so far has been able to stand toe-to-toe with everybody. I mean, it's a Feral Necrolord. What else do you expect? Ava Maria spear fishing after Alonia. 10 minutes of the duel, 33% dampening. So any kind of healing that's going on in these duels is going to be quickly whittled down. Ava Maria taking a load of damage. Might just have to go for a bubble. Going to be maybe wings for Ava Maria. Their health's completely necrotic out. Might have to bubble just to bubble at the end. That was so much damage out of the Feral. Ava Maria still has Alonia without a trinket, so maybe Ava Maria could turn this around. Gonna be maybe a trinket here. Trinket comes out, still bled up. That's a lot of pressure. Needs to recover. Maybe have fallen too far behind. Skull Bash with the flesh cut to hopefully cover himself. 20% DR, immunity to CC, as well as some healing from the flesh cut itself. Ava Maria is still super behind. It's gonna have to go for a Hodge, bleeding out, and the dots just set in. So tough. And Ananki is going to be up next. Did we have somebody leave on team 2? We might have. Ananki is going to be the last one for team 2, however. Alonia going for the reset, getting a quick rake stun onto the Rogue. But the Rogue trinkets out of it with a fast blind onto Alonia. The Feral does have a trinket back up. Ananki has Vanish, Evasion, Cloak of Shadows, so defensively, it should be for the most part okay. Not even a blind is going to send him back a little bit. That's one less CC that you can deal with the Feral. Gonna be a quick maim with a cheap shot right after. Ananki trying to maximize the flagellation burst. Alonia with Thorns as well as a Barks Gravy. That Cloak of Shadows for Ananki to try to take least amount of damage from Thorns and is able to max out the pressure onto the Feral, blowing them up. That flagellation burst. I feel like we've seen so many rogues as of recently go Kyrian for sub, but that flagellation burst should not be discounted. Decent mage get hit with a sap as they are playing the Triune Ward triple shield. Legendary. Didn't they fix Triune Ward recently? Didn't they make it so like it wasn't adjusting in PvP? It wasn't really taking in the nerfs that it was initially supposed to have, but now it does. I could be wrong on that though. But Ananki is chilling on their pale horse, waiting out for Decent Mage. No Cloak or Vanish for the Rogue for a while. And Decent, we are playing into 46% dampener. Neither of them really have a lot of self-heals. Decent does have some healing through ice blocks, but does at least have 2 of those blocks, so at least immunities they can work with. Gonna be that smoke bomb really early by Ananki as they try to use smoke bomb to create line of sight as the word to go for an escape. Decent getting hit with a resap as an ice block did come out. Trinket was used, has ice form, frozen orb, and I wonder what covenant they are. I wonder, were they flesh crafted earlier? I didn't really pay attention. 13 minutes, the eyes have picked up Ananki chilling behind the pillar. Does Decent know where they are? Can Decent guess? Because he's definitely going to be somewhere behind line of sight. If Decent just throws out random blizzard, he's going to blink in. Ice lances at Ananki just to get him out of stealth. Going to be that shadow step to reset. A Decent is gonna have to go for a bit of a reset himself, trying to see maybe he can get an angle onto Ananki, into a Nova, does catch him. Potentially could be a lot of damage here, trying to get some Frostbolts out with Ice Form. Ananki cannot do much damage, huge burst out of Decent though. Almost taking Ananki down, Ice Block, that's gonna be a reset by the Rogue. The Decent Mage actually had some decent damage there. That was a really good Frostbolt. I don't even understand where that came from, but that thing did a lot of damage. No, I want to see Decent play some more. I don't know if they'll be able to do much against the Rogue because that was second Ice Block just used. But maybe they'll still get a play here. Ananki catch another resap. Going to be the full burst versus Decent with Flagellation. There's no way you survive it, as Ananki just got himself the most damage over the Rogue. Going to be Chrysler up next. I can't believe you're a Mechadome now. What is going on? What reality is this? Where this is Chrysler. This is how it looks like. I never really get to see their dances, so that's pretty good. Gonna be a shadowy duel for Ananki, trying to obscure the Succubus from the duel. Dark Pact does get used by Chrysler to prevent some of this Rogue's burst, open, or damage, as Ananki gets hit with that Seduce. Bonza fell off for Chrysler with a Cataclysm to follow. Ananki has a Cloak of Shadows if he wants to use it. Gonna be a drain of huge damage. Ananki escaping with 1 health. Literally 1 health. And that's still Dark Pact available for Chrysler, sending out Succubus and the Rogue. It looks like the Rogue is still getting whipped up by the Succubus. Can't really do much. Getting shot onto the Succubus. Chrysler could just swing around the corner. Shadow stepping back to the Succubus, trying to get a reset. And it looks like he does catch one. Chrysler channeling a full Fleshcraft. So I think Chrysler is actually Alliance now. I think he's legit. Succubus, you see, I think he picked up the eyes of the Succubus, saw him, instant trade. Ananki has nothing left. Evasion for the Succubus for any of the melee hits is going to stun it. Infernal on the other side, keeping him warm. There's nothing you could do there. Chrysler did not give you a chance. At that high dampening, not much you could do. Gotta give that Rogue the credit though. That burst he comes out with is clean, just slicing people in half. The Feral Druid tanked up as much as they could, healing, but the dampening really caught up with them. All right, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running, boys. Chrysler and G's. I like how we have two Alliance teams today for EU. I'm actually impressed. Alex got a group. Let's go, dude. Let's get Alex and you, boys. How you doing, fam? Are we at 200? How many duels are we on with the EU? 210? 209. 210. Wow. You guys have over 200 duels at this point off patch 9.1, I think. I should have reset it for 9.15. Wasn't even my final burst. Yo, I want to see you burst again. Aloe, I want to see you burst again. Crisis my ult. Okay, so that is an ult character, so that's not your main. I was gonna save for a second. Okay, so you do have an ult. Chrysler is still there. Good, good. I don't want a reality where Chrysler does not exist. Okay, Alex is ready. Jesus or Chrysler, whichever one of you is ready, will kill you versus Alex. Yo, where's Sentry? Where's Kragar? Man, where are the boys at? Where's everybody else? EU, hello? Where you guys are at? I would like to join too, but this I don't do PvP. I don't have Versa gear at all, plus versus Gaz. Yeah, yo, Azot, you're more than welcome to join if you want to try it. Everybody and anybody is welcome to join. What's up, Callum? How you doing, my guy? Yeah, you guys are always welcome. I don't really care if you have gear or not. If you guys just want to participate and want to give it a try, it's like, I wish you best of luck, but hey, everybody's welcome to participate. Never have I ever seen a prop pally here, and you probably won't, because watching takes a PvP is kind of snooze fest, honestly. Let's be honest here. I think we've had tanks before in duels. I think in BFA. I think there was a guy who had a Santa Mog, and the time tanks weren't disgusting, not completely, but then quickly prop pally and bear druid became pretty disgusting in BFA PvP. Remember those bear druids that went a bunch of Twilight Dev corruptions and they would just like thrash and swipe at you until they get a proc and then just one-shots you? Yeah, that was fun. Or any tank. You probably won't. Come on, Dal. How can you give monks such a hard time when you see how much healing ferals do? I give both a hard time. What are you talking about? Chrysler, Jesus, when you guys are ready, let me know. We got Alex ready to duel. Ready to get some 5-5s up and running. Also, I tested the new raid today a little bit. It looks fantastic. Dude, it looks insane. It looks awesome. Do I, Jeremy? You're more than welcome to join if you wanna. More than welcome to. Always more than welcome to. We got a group up and running, boys. We need a +1. We got Alex is ready. But Jesus, Chrysler, are you guys both done? Potentially. Maybe. I think we need more Horde groups in here. Where's Chrysler by the? Oh, not Chrysler, Kragar. Where's he at? We got one. You want more? Okay, so Chrysler just used a +1 alliance, and then we'll be good to go. If you guys want to join the 5V5 1v1 Duels, head over to player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find the group, and go into search number 5, enter, and you see a 5V5 1v1 group for alliance and or horde for the day, boys. Guys, I'm more than welcome to join any of the groups that are up and running right now. With Alex ready to go. Chrysler needs one more. Jesus, I don't know how many he's got. Jesus, how many dudes you got? How many people you need? Because we got 2 alliance groups. Maybe Jesus and Chrysler could put 2 together. Or maybe some of the boys from Chrysler could join Jesus and Chrysler could maybe form a group on a horde. Either way it works, honestly. Whatever you guys want to do. If you want to play ults or whatever, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. Oh, that's another class that Ninja has a tier set for his monk. Wouldn't walk a tier set. I think that'll be really fun. Hey, what's all doing, by the way? Hope everybody's having a good one. Cylon Gaming, how you guys all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Any special reason? I think just for the looks. I think it's just using it just because there's not a lot of mechanomes. But maybe, I mean, mechanomes don't have that bad of a ratio. Like, they heal when you go emergency low healing. That's probably pretty good for, like, duels. You know, it's a little bit extra survivability. You know? Like, I ain't bad. That's not bad at all. Ready? Yeah, I know, Alex, you're ready. Would you say Chrysler with one more or Jesus, however many people he's got in the group? If Jesus even looking. We tested 4-piece from the Frost DK. I think 2-hand meta will be next patch. So, from what I've seen and heard, the obliteration meta will be the meta next patch. But whether you play it as a dual wield or 2-hander, I feel like both playstyles will be a little closer because you do get the benefits of extra obliterate damage. But I think resource-wise, dual wield might feel better. We'll have to wait and see. Chrysler's ready. Let's go, boys. Chrysler and Alex up next for 5V5 1v1s. I'm in a 14k pistol shots. Yeah, Albedo can hit for really... I remember hitting for like 20k pistol shot on one guy that didn't have lots of Versa. Yeah, if they have a lot of Versa, you can still hit pretty hard. That's a really good hit for like the damage that Outlaw puts up. A 40k pistol shot, for some classes, 40k is nothing. When you have druids that can hit for like 30k sword surges. But 40k pistol shot is really good. Hey, did that survival hunter you tested in PTR look good? Grenade galore? Yo, I'm definitely gonna make a video on the hunter tier set cosmic. It looks so good. Apparently there's a bug where if you always keep at least 1 charge of grenades, you'll always get another charge refunded. So there's a bit of a buggy interaction, but it's really good. You signed but waiting to be accepted for Jesus? Yo, Jesus got to get some boys up and running, dude. I said Jesus got a group, we'll be good to go. Ready to go? Hell yeah, dude. Yo, I'm alright. Are you with Jesus? If you are with Jesus, then we get you up and running. If you're in the group right now, then enjoy, have fun. Are we with Jesus now? Okay, sounds good, my dude. We'll get you up and running as soon as Jesus has a group. And let me know. Twitch. Got ourselves together. Team 2 of new competitors. We've got Bralin? I'm really bad in your name. Embargo! Look at you put an embargo on life for the team 2. We got ourselves G-Funk on the team as well as Christina. It's been a long while since we've seen Christina joining. Coming in as a boomy off the bat. Boy, these duels with Wolf in the back. It looks like Alonia is going to be your first competitor, opening up with full blades. Christina barks getting out with thorns to follow as the Feral continue to put up pressure. Going to be Shackles and Malediction. Christina with a quick Guardian Roar as they get emergency healing rolling, or maybe normal healing, is going to stag form out of there. Or stag form. I guess it's like, what is that thing? Is that a wildebeest? What? A moose? It's a boar moose thing. But it's going to be Alonia reopening up with Christina. Huge bleeds by the Necrolord Feral. Christina taking big old bites out of them. Looks like they actually might just be dead. It actually just got blasted with back-to-back bites. Not much they could really do about it. Looks like Embargo is going to have to be up next to take down the kitty cat. Outlaw Rogue versus a Feral Druid Necrolord. The Feral at least did burn a lot of his offensives fighting Christina. That was a really unfortunate setup. The Boomy, I don't know how a Boomy can beat a Necrolord Feral. I feel like you have to be a Necrolord yourself with dots. Embargo tried to see if you could Blade Flurry the Feral out. The Feral saw him for a moment, try to see maybe you can run in there. Embargo really grappling right next to Alonia. Did he realize he was right next to the Feral? Is he just guessing? Feral tried to see if he could swipe out in the open in bear form. Gonna be spike from Embargo. Not making sure Alonia does not get a reset. Gonna be those long range noodle arm slashes from Sinister Strike. Orange is up. Embargo goes for a gouge onto Alonia with a feint to follow. Cloak Shadow is up, trying to make some damage happen. Gonna be Alonia in bear form. Getting the shot while Thorns is up. Embargo is waiting out for Thorns. Maybe even looking for a full reset. No, never mind. He's just going for pistol shots instead. Got himself a feint pre-rolling. And Alonia taking a bit of that damage from range. Embargo is going to go into the Ursul's, trying to get himself yoinked out. Grapples next to Alonia. Could be an interrupt on that heal, but that's going to be that flash scuffed up next. Probably should have let this regrowth happen. As Embargo tried to see if he could pistol shot right through the flash scuff. Going to be a flash scuff to his own as he goes for a vanish. Vanish flash cut to make sure he gets the full heal. Trying to make sure there's spikes on Alonia so the Feral does not get a clean reset. And the Embargo trying to make sure he gets those ranged attacks from as far as he can. Alonia chooses to trick it out of that stun. Gonna be tricky for Embargo before the bleeds catch up with him. Trying to max out damage while Flesh Cut is up. Grapple hook it away as he as the thorns pop out of the Feral's fur. And blinding the kitty cat in place. The cat doesn't really have much to work with offensively, defensively. Does have a wall. It's gonna be short sap, sticks to the gouge. Super unfortunate. Alonia does get the rogue out. Bashes the Embargo. Has to take the full damage, but it is a orc, so at least it doesn't sit there for too long. Getting the shot into Alonia. Needs to get some cooldown reduction for an evasion as soon as possible to deal with some of the feral damage going out. Gonna be that evasion for Embargo, and that's a wall for Alonia. Embargo has himself quite a bit of pressure available here. Could potentially use this evasion that gives him basically a feral damage immunity for a short time to max out some damage until the evasion's down. Grapple hooking as he gets hit with the maim, creating some distance. Ursul's gonna keep him in place. Has vanish up very soon. Could go for a vanish flash cuff if he needs to. Getting a shot onto Alonia. Looking for maybe good big reset. Big pistol shots to follow. Getting lots of good procs out of it. Gonna be that heal by the kitty cat as Embargo dives into a vanish. No flash cut to combo this time around. And it's gonna just get a couple spikes onto Alonia to follow. Maybe Embargo can get away. Get far enough away. 25 seconds on the blind. Could maybe make that blind happen again very soon. Alonia trying to get some big bleeds onto Embargo with his Shackles of Malediction. That is going to be Cloak of Shadows from Embargo if he needs to. With Adrenaline Rush rolling, trying to make some damage happen. Kitty shot onto Alonia. No pre-thorns for it. Embargo just trying to see if he can deal with the kitty cat as best as possible. Could blind the cat very soon. Evasion is up, so Alonia can't really respond right now unless they have thorns. And Embargo trying to stay with the Feral as best as possible. Continue to throw spikes. Blade Rush is trying to stay next to them. Regrowths are coming out. Embargo knows not to interrupt it just yet. Could blind the Feral any moment, and that's going to be that blind reset. And Embargo might be able to go for a full flesh scout. Trying to deal with the Feral, he has to play this as carefully as he can as a rogue. One wrong move and the Feral's bleeds will catch up with you so fast, it's not even funny. Cheap shot, immediately trickens by Alonia. Bashes Embargo, trickens out with a kidney shot onto Alonia. It looks like there's going to be a full kidney shot. Trying to go for some regrowths, wants to go for a flesh scout. Alonia could maybe go for a cyclone onto Embargo if they wanted to. Looks like there goes a flesh cut to Embargo, looking for that reset before the thorns catch up with him. Trying to sprint out of there. Grapple hook before he gets even land inside. Before even Moonfires come out from the Feral. It looks like Embargo got himself a clean reset. Actually, not even that. Instead, goes around the corner, pistol shots him for the slow. Just to put him in combat and keep him in combat. I think he's trying to build up comp points for the next kidney shot. Kidney while in barrel form. Bards it up for Alonia, using the defensive very early. And Embargo activating Adrenaline Rush, trying to make some damage up and bust into the flesh cut. Evasion for that stun opener by Alonia as they try to go counter-offensive, but they can't do much with that evasion. Ursul's to keep him knocked in there. Gonna be a big pistol shots out of Embargo. Continuing the pressure, continuing the chain damage. And it's trying just to keep the pistol shots rolling with the spikes. Alonia, I think, might have been a frenzied regen just now. That might have been the big heal. Kidney shot onto the Feral as they have a pre-thorn, so Embargo doesn't want to hit into thorns if he can't help it. Just some ranged pistol shots, trying to keep himself safe. Bash onto the rogue. No trinket for a bit. Has a vanish if he needs it. Gouge just to see the Feral for a moment. Needs yet another kidney shot if possible. Feral able to bust through the flesh guard. The shielding no longer on. Embargo does not have that extra protection. Maybe has evasion back up and running. Cloak shadows could maybe use here, but what is it useful? I guess the bleeds. Blind into Feral to go for another reset. Taken out on health very quickly. Is he just going to die to bleeds? This man just trying to survive as best as possible. No flesh cut available. Gets himself a slice and dice. But does he have anything to follow? Saps is all he's got. Maybe evasion? As he opens up, tries to make sure there's a full slice and dice rolling. Pre-bark skin for Alonia really early on. Sipping up out of Embargo. Does land a kidney shot onto Alonia either way. And that's going to be a spike with an evasion immediately. Cloak shadows for those thorns. Trying to keep the pressure rolling here. Immune to thorns, immune to the physical damage of Alonia. Trying to get those back-to-back hits. Flesh scout as Alonia didn't even go for an interrupt. Embargo has advantage if he needs it. I don't know if he tried to go for Vanish with the Flesh Cup and then disrupted himself. That might have put him behind if that's what happened. Embargo getting yoinked back into Ursel's. I think the Feral giving him no opportunity to reset. And Embargo is going to go down, trying to do whatever damage he can. Wolf is going to be up next, hitting that Feral with a Hunter's Mark. Man, that is almost an impossible duel for an Athol rogue. That's a real toughie. I'm not sure what happened with that Flesh Scout. Maybe Embargo is the one who broke it. Because it looked like he maybe landed a Vanish with the Flesh Scout. But maybe he made a misplay and he didn't get that stealth with Flesh Scout. So he canceled it immediately, knowing that Alonia is just going to get a Skull Bash interrupt. Alonia getting hit with the Shackles. Trying to go for a reset. Does get himself a re-stealth. That's going to be a stun onto Wolf. Wolf does not sit stuns long at all though. Setting the pets in towards the wall is up. Alonia with the Barkskin as well. Trying to go for Shackles onto Wolf. And Wolf just kind of got every defensive out of Alonia as well as aggressive damage. That is going to be a bit of a bleed setup with the Feral Frenzy by Alonia that could make a big setup happen versus Wolf. Does he have a Feign Death? If he has a Feign Death, he should be okay. Does roll a Feign Death really early. I think as the Feral Frenzy attacked him. And Alonia tried to see if they might be able to turn this round onto Wolf. Going to be the main, but the trick comes out by the Hunter. Ursos is up, but the pets should be able to re-engage. They are slowed by quite a bit. Alonia tried to hide the pet AI as best as possible. Looks like they might be able to catch a reset. Stun onto Wolf. Maybe the turn around. Quick Feign Death by the Hunter. As we're hitting that 8-minute mark very soon. 80% dampening, so the healing for the both of them is kind of limited. Going to be bed dead chakra by Wolf into the stun kill shots. It looks like the Hunter does get to hunt down the cat. So finally, Team 1 might actually be able to get themselves a bit of a play. Nemi going to be up next, sending the pets in at Wolf as soon as possible. Did he hit him with the Hunter's Mark? Well, looks like he wasn't able to. Looks like Wolf was the one able to dive into camo, but looks like he's not camoed at all. He's so camouflaged. He can literally be in a plain sight. He doesn't even need that, like, what is it, reflective coating. Freezing trap on one of the pets. Nemi charging in. Playing, I think, the Venthier playstyle? I think that's what they're playing. For their Hunter. Gonna be a quick stun on to Wolf. Wolf doesn't sit along at all. Nemi taking a bit of pressure. Does get in the camo, but the Death Tracker gives him away. That is 10% more physical damage they're taking from the pets as well as Wolf. Going to be one of the pets, one of the T-Rex is frozen. I'm not sure if the main pet or the side pet. Quick Feign Death by Wolf does go into Turtle Shell with a Flash Cap, trying to make sure he can catch up on health just a little bit. And Nemi chilling behind the pillar. Quick Feign Death. If he is fast enough, he might be able to get the pets back on Nemi. Hits him with a flare. Nemi can't really go anywhere. Stun. Nemi has a trigger for this with the turtle. And it's going to have to go for a little bit of self-heal. Wolf has a Flesh Scaft, so it does give him a bit of that healing over time from channeling the Flesh Scaft. It does also have the pets where he does go for a pet man and the pets are leech pets, so he does take get some healing for it. Nemi, on the other hand, doesn't have nearly the same healing. Death Chakra might end up turning right through them, trying to first aid. And I think one more auto attack from these pets is going to take him out. Landing a stun, but the trade is a little bit not in their favor. TCG Cartel is going to be up next. Cheap shot onto Wolf. Trinkets out of it immediately with a Feign Death and a camo. Freezing trap into the Rogue. The Rogue trinkets, and there's no way Wolf can get out of that one scot-free. TCG Cartel not going to let him go anywhere. G-Funk or maybe a Brindle next? Looks like Brind is chilling way in the back behind the pillar. Actually acting kind of like Peachy, isn't he? Just looking at a wall like that. Honestly, I would have thought that might be a Peach's alt. One of the two is going to be up next. Is TCG skulking out in the open arena, just waiting to see who's next competitor to play in the Kyrian Rogue. G-Funk and Brain have quite a few boys on Team 1 to get through. There's Rogue, there's a Mage, and there's Chrysler on his Warlock, his alt Warlock. It looks like Bryn is going to be next. Braline. I'm gonna mess up your name really hard. Braline. I'm so sorry. Looks like TCG not letting Braline play the game that much. Gonna be Blur. Did not get a trinket for the Rogue Opener. Gonna be the Hunt. And TCG is just gonna take that on. Braline trying to catch up some healing. Looks like they were able to get some meaningful damage into TCG. But the Rogue is gonna catch a reset. G-Funk did not really want to give this Rogue the full reset. But he is kind of giving him a some of a reset. A semblance of a reset. TCG open it up with the Shadow Blades of the G-Funk. Gonna be the freezing trap. No more trinket by the Rogue, as he did get to use it during the duel with the Demon Hunter. G-Funk super low on health. Shadow Step is gonna be a binding shot to bind down TCG, but it's gonna vanish out of it immediately with a blind of G-Funk. Now TCG, I think, might, if he has enough damage, if G-Funk doesn't trinket at the right time, He could just take him out. Flare right where the rogue is at, denying him the whole opener. Stun onto TCG, no way out of it. G-Fuck trying to go for as much range damage as possible. Lob it in nades, needs a kill shot in there. Evasion's up by TCG Cartel. The pet is skipping him in combat though. Going to be a trap down in there with the Door of Shadows to interrupt him with the freezing trap. If only G-Funk has himself a huge kill shot to go. He might be able to snipe him out of there. Potentially, maybe grenade is gonna harpoon towards the rogue before you get anything done. G-Funk is trying to avoid the rogue damage. It is a curing burst setup, trying to go for a cheap shot, and that's gonna be tricky for G-Funk. Had to burn a trigger to make sure the rogue doesn't even get a chance at going off with that curing burst, because that curing burst is gonna be deadly. Decent Mage is playing Necrolord. Interesting. So I haven't seen him use Necrolord ability at all, but he's trying to give him a go, trying to give it a shot. That's going to be Frozen Orb down with a Rain of Frozen, what am I trying to say? Blizzard. Rain of Frost. Literally was going to call it Rain of Frost. You know why? Because I thought Rain of Fire, but Frosty. So obviously makes sense. Stun onto DCMH, has an ulti time available. Is going to trick it out of it to swap back the ulti time. Needs to get some kind of a proc. Trying to land a Nebba Bolt onto G-Funk. Is going to get the procs he needs. Nova onto G-Funk. Doesn't even do anything. Trying to hit him with the Cone of Cold. Flurry up. Trying to throw Ice Lances. Actually making some decent damage happen. DCMH is going to have to go for an Ice Bug though and recover whatever health they can. Some fighting movement inside of an Ice Bug. G-Funk trying to go for a bit of a self-heal at 47% dampening. Not much you can really do. Ring of Frost, exactly where G-Funk is going. Decent Mage trying to blink out of there. Has himself a triple shield. Lego available. Nova onto G-Funk, but one more global away. And he does go down. Man, I feel like the Mage would have probably had more of a chance, more of a play, since they are playing the Triune Ward Legendary. If they didn't get to duel at the very end, where like the healing is just denied completely, then the double Ice Bug self-heal as well as the triple shield Lego with the Flesh Scout probably would have been a little bit more value. But you also are playing Frost Mage, so you are just having to cast every single spell. You're constantly at an opportunity where you can just get interrupted left and right. G-Funk making sure to get a Hunter's Bark onto the Chrysler, but it's going to be a Succubus CC. G-Funk trying to throw down a trap. I'm not really sure where the trap was trying to go. Fear onto the pet, Chaos Bolt onto G-Funk, and Chrysler dropping down a big old decimating bolt onto G-Funk while he's kind of low on health. Did feign death for a second, trying to exchange dots with Chrysler. And Chrysler is going to go for a big old port harpoon out of G-Funk. But I think Chrysler has him in his sights. Mortal Cold is going to trick it out of it. Turtle Shell as Chrysler trying to go for a fear. Door of Shadows on G-Funk is going to interrupt all the pets with a quick medic advantage while Turtle Shell still holds. And Chrysler using Dark Pact is going to give a bit of a shield, trying to send Incinerants at G-Funk. It actually looks like he's sending those Incinerants at the pet instead. G-Funk is going to be able to maybe escape, maybe resummon the pet unless Chrysler doesn't give opportunity. Did wait out for the full Infernal. Stunner on the corner, interrupt the pet heal. Oh no, pet resummon. Pet revive denied. The Succubus on the other side can also help deny the pet revive unless G-Funk can get an interrupt on that. There goes the Succubus. You see Chrysler, do you have any Decimate Bolts left? Has a big old Chaos Bolt ready for G-Funk. Try to get a second one in. Instead, went in with a Conflagrate. And Alonia getting 2 kills. G-Funk picking up 2 at the end. And Wolf locking down the Feral Burst. Lock it out of the park. Very well done, boys. Let's get another up and running, yeah? Let's get another one up and running, boys. Really hate trying to do arenas against Druids that do everything. Damage, tank, heal. It doesn't really matter what spec they are. Yeah, they are pretty strong, not gonna lie. They didn't try to reduce some of the pressure. Alex already? Okay, we can get Alex versus Jesus. They did try to reduce some of the value of the self-heals for Feral in particular. But I think maybe 9-2... We'll see if they'll need any extra nerfs. I doubt it, though. Maybe the changes they've gotten so far will be... I don't know. Do you guys think it's enough, or do you think they should nerf the Ferals even further? Yo, what's up, Jordan? How you doing, my guy? How you doing, my man? I'm Jesus. Ah, it sounds good. How you doing, by the way, Ganjas? Hope you're having a good one. Well, you know me for a while. I rolled a 1. Yeah, oh, man, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you'll get a better roll. Yeah, hopefully you guys will get all the rolls in the world. We're gonna get Jesus up and running versus Team Alex, and hopefully Team Alex going Christina, dude, going to good old Feral. Doesn't want to mess around with it anymore. He just wants to get himself a good old game, a big old kitty game. Are we playing? What are we playing, Christina? Are we playing the Kyrian? Are we Night Fae? Are we Night Fae? Yeah, we're Night Fae because of the Boomy. What are we doing? Good yourself? I'm doing fantastic, my guy. Nerf everything I don't play. True, Alex, true. If it's not my class, don't. If it's not my class, then nerf it. That's true, dude. That's a lot of the WoW community. Not even gonna lie about that. Yeah, there needs to be. I mean, I feel like there's every class. To be fair, you can always make an argument as to why they could be nerfed, and I will listen to that argument every single time. Not even lying to you, I will listen to the argument. All right, switch. We got ourselves together, team 1 with Hydrocarbon chilling in the back. We got Jesus waiting to take his turn. Malfurion in the back as a feral. We got Ava Maria, and looks like it's going to be Dead End. That's actually his name is Dead End. D-A-D. It's like not A, but letter E. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's literally a letter in Russia. D-A-D-A-N-D. That's enough. I'll probably mispronounce it. Freezing trap into a fear onto Malfurion. As Wolf looking for a bit of a reset versus the kitty cat is going to engage this bats into full beach of wrath. The chakram joins in, 10% more damage. Going to be Malfurion getting hit with the silent central stun. Might be shrink it out. Might be pulling defenses here. Going to be a quick roar as the shackles comes out by Wolf into a freezing trap under Malfurion as Wolf looking for that fear. And it's taking a page out of the Hydrocarbons book with those fears, trying to stay aggressive with those. Going to be a bunch of coverage shots back to back from Malfurion. We're starting to continue the swipes, continue the blaze, continue the pressure. Rolling going to be tricky for Wolf as Wolf is starting to take a bit of pressure himself. Malfurion looking for the reset. Is he going to be able to get a free one, or is he going to be able to get a good one? Wolf just continuing to pile on the damage, continuous Cobra shots back to back, getting the kill commands in there from time to time. The Pensa continue to get some pressure in as well. Gonna be that frenzy regen from Malfurion looking for a reset of his own. Wolf could be in trouble as wall is up from Malfurion. It's gonna get some damage up and running. Maim, and Malfurion got himself full damage as he go for Berserk. Actually, looks like he's gonna separate his damage. He is holding on to Berserk, holding on to frenzy regen. Massive heal from Dead End, Warlock Hellstone. That is going to put him in a decent spot. Bash at Wolf, but it's going to be DR'd. And also, that is an Orc, too. So it's not going to last long. Stun onto Malfurion. Bark's not enough. It looks like Wolf is literally going to run over him with a quick feint death camo. Almost escaping that flare. As Hydro not giving him much opportunity to reset. Freezing trap waiting for Hydro. It looks like Wolf is going to have himself 3 Raptors instead of 2 now. All right, Wolf, just take a look at the undead Raptor. He's like, you my friend now. We're having tacos. Stun onto Wolf, and he's going to get himself an acceleration while we don't have any dampening. That is a massive heal. Hydro not letting Wolf escape. He's going to harpoon him, pin him to the ground for a second, trying to get as many Raptor strikes in as he can. Wolf having to burn Fleshcraft with a turtle shell. Hydro is going to hold on to his Fleshcraft for a little bit later, using Flame Shot on one of the pets of Wolf, which is actually a good idea as a hunter. If you have Flame Shot, use it on the pet, because with the Feint Death, they can remove Flame Shot dot. But if you use it on a pet, those procs for kill shots can still proc, as he can't remove it from the pet unless he like dismisses the pet or something. Turtle shell really early for Hydro. Wolf might be in a bad spot right now. It's Hydro going for a full reset. Kill shots to follow. Stun onto Hydro. He does go for Feint Death as the chakrams come out. Freezing trap. Hydra's pet might be able to finish the fight though. Hydra's pet is doing whatever he can. He's continuing to charge. Death shock him onto the pet. Wolf just trying to kill the pet. He's literally just trying to focus the pet down if he can. The pet is still back in there. Hydro is supposed to go for a couple kill shots. Into a stun shrinking, into a feint death. I think Hydro accidentally grenaded Embargo or something. And Wolf is at no health whatsoever. Hydro is going to be able to hunt him down, taking him out. G-Funk going for a harpoon, but Hydro with a feint death, immuning the harpoon. Looks like G-Funk is going to be able to re-harpoon again. What is this chick he's doing? What is this dance? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. I literally, first thing I thought is that a Disney thing? Like that frog with a hat? What was that? Blizzard, how'd you break Freezing Trap? Actually, this is probably the best bug in Freezing Trap. That's probably the best Freezing Trap bug I could ever see. Actually, I don't even want to fix it. I don't even want to fix it at all. Freezing Trap on the G-Funk, Hydrocarbon looking for the reset. Bugs Bunny. When I edit this video, I'll hopefully have the gif of the frog so everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'll show you guys after the stream. I'll show you guys after the stream. Oh, it looks like Hydra does go down. As G-Funk does land a couple more hits into him. Jesus get hit with a stun. Immediately trinkets out of it with the human racial blind onto G-Funk. G-Funk trinkets before more sword can stack up, but the grippy hand is out. Gonna be the turtle shell. G-Funk just trying to tank up as Jesus ramping up on damage. The remote switcher into the grippy hand into full burst. It was kind of like a big giveaway. As G-Funk continued to poke around the corner, getting a couple pot shots in. Warner Brothers Frog, I think that's what it is. So we'll look up Warner Brothers Frog so I can show you what that was. And I'll tell you guys, if you'll tell me like if that looks similar or not. If that's G-Funk or not. Next title of the video. This hunter has the moves. Moves capitalized. Oh my goodness. G-Funk with a manding bandage, looking for that reset. Jesus denying that reset of health. We hit on the 5-minute mark. Finally, dampen is rolling in. Jesus doesn't even need the dampening. G-Funk out of options. Is going to get hit with that stun. Fame dancing for a second. If Jesus is careful enough, he does find G-Funk on the ground. Freezing trap to stop him for a moment. And I don't know if G-Funk has any healing. Big old death grip, gripping him to his death. Quick obliterate. And just is going to AMS some of that flayed shot damage. Well, all the hunters have fallen. Now we have just the rest. Embargo opening up on Jesus. Opening up to him. Kidney shot from a mile away. IBF for Jesus. Trying to tank up this rogue damage. Quick disarm by the hunter. Blind by Jesus. Looking for that fleshcraft reset. And Embargo not able to get himself a re-stealth off it. Jesus denying him that setup. Jesus is trying to walk away from Embargo. It's so funny. And Embargo can just hit him from another zip code. Chain of Ice into a stun. Embargo gonna take a bit of damage. Jesus though doesn't really have the biggest burst here. He doesn't have the grippy hand. Did apply a pillar. He did apply Empowered Rune weapon. But no grippy hand to follow. And Embargo with a quick blind reset since Jesus does not run a normal trinket. Does put him a little bit behind, but the rogue can control the fight as much as he wants to, especially with the rogue playing the cooldown reduction legendary with vanishes. I mean, his CDs are always constantly up. Jesus grabbing the grippy hand and might be able to get Embargo a bit of pressure. Going to be cloaked by the rogue, trying to deny any shadow damage, trying to keep the flesh cap nice and pristine. So Jesus unable to do much, trying to get some resources off of the slime pet, but Embargo's slime pets only last for like, what, 10 seconds? So unless you start obliterating immediately, you're not really going to get any death strikes off him. Embargo with a kidney shot onto Jesus is going to walk a good distance away. Look at that, staying right outside of melee range. Quick disarm before Jesus can really even get anything rolling. But the blind and remorse winter, you don't need a weapon to let the power of the frost just kind of curse through your veins. Icy pillar is going to be actually doing quite a bit of damage to Embargo, but innovation is going to deny a lot of the physical damage from Jesus. Cannot let those pillars connect. Stun onto Embargo with remorse winter, the remnants of it. Jesus is super low health, kidney shot by Embargo, and I think he's going to be able to slice and dice the Death Knight down with Ava Maria joining the fight next. Quick vanish by Embargo, reducing the cooldown of a lot of his abilities. Blind back up, and Blind actually goes from like what 1.5 minutes CD with a talent, and then with a vanish it's like 20 seconds off, so it's like a 1.1 minute blind as long as you can vanish off it. So you blind, then vanish, and you get a blind literally a minute later. That's kind of busted when you think about it. That's kind of insane. Now imagine a blind had cooldown reduction elements to it. I'm trying to remember if it ever did. I know it's some defense used to. Go into a big stun into Embargo as Ava Maria trying to burn the wings with a bit of damage, but that's going to be disarmed by the rogue. Ava Maria able to use certain abilities as a paladin, but because they're not playing Final Verdict or Final Reckoning, they can't really use Wreck from distance. Or Tempest Verdict. No, it's Final Verdict. Yeah, so they can't use Last Verdict from a distance with a 10-yard range. So they'll play normal Tempest Verdict, which requires a weapon. So when you're disarmed, you actually can't use it. But that is the advantage or disadvantage, I guess, in some cases of playing Necrolord. You give up something. But you do get the big old Vanquisher's Hammer, and you can run the Gavel Legendary, and you get yourself a really good combo of big burst damage plus a big defensive bonus from being Necro. Embargo catch himself a reset, even though he got hit by a hammer. I'm actually surprised he got a reset. Flesh Cap as he gets a sap of Maria. This rogue is definitely going to get a Flesh Cap no matter what. I just bumped my arm on a cup. I'm so sorry. I literally just had like, you know the funny bone feeling, like where you just kind of spaz? I literally just had that happen. Sorry if I bumped the bike that way. Ava Maria with a stab, trying to go for a heal. Fleshcraft as he gets interrupted. So Embargo is going to have to burst through that Fleshcraft, but at 25% dampening, that shield is diminished a little bit in value. And the rogue just had the constant pressure to keep the pressure rolling. It's going to go for a short charge. Look at that charge with a blade rush. He just kind of scooted over. He just kind of slid into the DMs of Ava Maria. I went for a bit of a reset. It's going to be an interrupt as Ava Maria trying to catch up on healing. Might be in a bad spot, might be unwinnable here, and I think the rogue got him. Oh, the rogue as a Necrolord blasting out the paladin. Normally, that's an unfavorable matchup, extremely unfavorable. And dead end is going to be an Affliction Warlock versus Embargo, grappled by the Rogue to re-engage with the Warlock. Going to be that Dark Pack with a Mortal Coil. Trinkets out of this immediately. Kidney Shot onto dead end. Try to deny him burst. That's going to be wall out of dead end with Catastrophe, but a Cloak out of the Rogue, denying any of that Venti or burst. Trying to go for a stun around the corner, is able to get it. Dead end looking for a fear. That's going to be quick interrupt by the Rogue though. It looks like the Rogue is going to back up. Once Vanish and once Cloak is down, he might be in a disadvantage. It looks like Dead End is playing as a Mechanome, so he's got his homies in there. Look at that. Those guys will actually come in and they'll try to beat you up. They do decent damage, don't they? I'm pretty sure those things do okay damn. Not the greatest, but not like Earth Elemental damn, is it? Gonna be Dead End getting locked down and stunned as he got full cooldowns rolling, trying to get himself a bit of a heal. Gonna be quick interrupt, quick gouge by Embargo. Might still have a kick available. Is getting dotted up, but it looks like a Dead End might still be able to make something happen. The dots are on Embargo. He is going to take it all our pressure though. There was a full haste and everything. Flush cut up. Does Dead End have an interrupt? Looks like there was advantage by the Rogue with a flush cut. So there was no way he was going to interrupt him either way. Another kidney shot by the Rogue. Dead End doesn't have anything to follow here. Dark Pack to give himself a shield. And hopefully he can get a full set of dots. And Embargo is going to get interrupted on Shadow. Not a lot of health real left. Is going to go for a big old gateway. And his Mechanome health increase, I think, is gone. Embargo tried to juke away from the spheres. Try to go. What was a drain? That end tried to drain from Christina just now. Huh. Well, good thing Embargo shut that down real quickly. Otherwise, that was going to be a bit of cheesy doodle if I were to say this myself. They do 1 damage attack. Okay, so it's even worse than Athol. Never mind. I thought for some reason they were good. Sentry, hi, 2 out of 5. All right, my guy. Hey, how you doing, my guy? I'm trying to message you. Hey, how you doing? All right, boys, let's get another up and running. I didn't realize those things do no damage. Okay, good to know, Cries. Good to know. We got Jesus ready. Jesus wants to go another one. So 10, 12. We're gonna Chrysler and Jesus, I guess. Yeah, they're ready. Yo, Sentry is looking for my boys. If you guys want to join the 5-phone rules, Sentry is looking for a horror group. If you guys open up the player versus player custom PvP, find a group top number 5. Sentry is looking for 2 more boys to join the 5-man group. Jesus is not ready. Look like a tap target panic. Might have been, yeah. Maybe. Possibly. Do raid test. I did 1 boss, Seth, yeah. I was able to do 1 boss, but I was trying to get the duels up and running here. Good evening. What's up, Felipe? How you doing, my guy? Love Embargo's Mog. It does look good, dude. It looks really good. So Chrysler's ready. Alex and Jesus, I think, dueled each other just now. Or, yeah. So Jesus is ready. Chrysler's ready. Jesus not ready. Sentry's looking for 2 more Hordy boys. And then we're good to go. Alliance so dead, I doubt I'll get a group. In fact, Athol, Jesus has a group. And Chrysler has a group. And both of them are Alliance. So that's 2 alliance groups right there. It looks like Chrysler and Jesus already. So let's get Chrysler in here. And we'll get Sentry as soon as we get a group up and running, yeah? Let's do that. What story we play on Illidan? I'm on NA, US Illidan. On EU? I don't even know what server I'm on. Is this Argent Dawn? Am I on RP server in this guy? A little heavy coverage just to have a spectator duels. I collect the Horde. They are places. Awesome out here. Yo, Arhi, check if Kraken wants to join him. Also, let me throw this cup away. I have the Zaxby's cup here, and it's just gonna keep hitting my back of my. Yeah, let me just throw it away. Oh man, we're missing 1 on team 2. Unfortunate. We'll still play it out though. I'm pretty sure the Major, Chrysler, and all of them didn't really get that much to play. Much of a chance. Alrighty, boys. Good Twitch. We got ourselves team 1 together. Ready to go with a 5-man. We got Hydra. We got ourselves Jesus, Malfurion, Ava Maria, and Mori. Hold on. Moritsugu. Moritsugu, as I think his name. I have no idea what it means, and I'm just hoping I didn't say a bad word in Russian. There's been a bit. Mori, I don't even know what his name. Mori. 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 We'll call him Mori. Mori. Just to make it fast, just to make it easier. Gonna be Malfurion versus Alonia. As two kitties are looking for one another. Well, hopefully, the feral druids that are both necro will end up attacking each other, exhausting their abilities. It's the name of a Japanese samurai. Is it really? Interesting. It's me. It's me. It's your boy. Okay. It goes a bit screw about Blizzard whole expansion, but for squishy class of melee. Yo, Chenkov, you should see Chill Pills play then. That man looks like he just almost never dies. Jesus also has some moments where he just survives. Just like impossible odds too. Also, there was that video by Rextroy. It looks like we're just waiting until these dudes find each other, boys. One of them might have to go and bear from just start swiping. Or maybe wait until the eyes are up and play that game. They're walking next to each other. We're just waiting until then. Bear form from Malfurion. Looks like Alonia is going to be able to get the opener on him. Trying to get the blades in there. Malfurion is going to take a bit of damage. He's going to go in a cat form, trying to get aggressive. Exchanging Moonfires. Ursul's by Alonia really early on. As Malfurion building calm points, but looks like the bleeds have set in. Quick maim onto Alonia. Malfurion is going to get himself a self-heal with the Frenzy Region. Going to be a bar skin and a thorns for Alonia as they pop it up while Malfurion might have to think about using defenses of his own really soon. Quickly by Alonia. As they try to keep himself as healthy as they can. Going to be a cyclone out of Malfurion. It is going to be able to go and bear from Flesh Scout. Alonia can't really do much. It's going to Flesh Scout in his face as well. But Malfurion does get the insert. Alonia actually denied the full Flesh Scout. While Malfurion getting the full big value. Malfurion sitting with a trinket as well as a wall. Is going to be trinket used really early here. Popping over Berserk. Alonia with a trinket here. Trying to play this defensively. Shackles Malediction while Malfurion trying to deny Alonia any kind of healing. But a Shadow Melt is going to separate the two and break that chain. Quick reopen or restun by Alonia. And now it's back up into the Alonia's field. I think Alonia's back up into that advantage. Bear form and wall and a heal for Malfurion trying to recover as Alonia continuing the pressure with Thorns and Malfurion can't even turn any kind of damage back to him. Ursus and Malfurion doesn't get caught. Going to be a maim. Alonia is going to get hit by a cyclone. Malfurion is going to be able to catch up on a little bit of healing. As this big bellied Kultiran trying to get himself back up and running. Bashed by Alonia. Malfurion might be in bad trouble. It looks like Alonia's damage is maybe a little bit slowed down. Malf is bleeding quite profusely. Big damage on him. Big bites to follow. Bear from him. Does he have any healing? Looks like he does go down. With Alonia taking him out. Hydra might be able to take advantage of the Pharaoh that is just wounded by that Pharaoh. Still licking the wounds and take him out before they're able to recover completely. Flare so the Pharaoh doesn't catch another reset. Still trap Alonia with the Thorns. It looks like it's going to be the Hunter trying to bail out of there. Pulling the pet back as well to make sure that Alonia doesn't get anything to build calm points off of. Kill shots around the corner. Just did a couple more of those in order to be able to max out damage. Freeze the trap at Alonia as they get a maim onto Hydra. Hydra taking a pretty big bleed. It's going to go for a pet sack just to reduce some of the damage. And Alonia most likely is going to be able to catch himself a restyle sitting next to the flares. See if they maybe get a prowl off. But the Hunter's Mark is going to deny that completely. Hydra just waiting in that camo. Try to recover a little bit of health. Alonia and Bear from could go for a flesh cut if they wanted to. I think they're just trying to not to go for flesh cut in case Hydra's going to be there to interrupt them. But definitely wants to go for a full flesh cut if possible. Steel Trap is up on Hydra trying to get some pressure rolling. Alonia going to be that Ursus giving the Hunter in place. And Hydra with yet another freezing trap trying to play it super safe. This Hunter's trying to survive, trying to be the survivalist Hunter that they're meant to be. Alonia trying not to get here, trying to deny any kind of CC from Hydra, whatever he can. Bash out to Hydra with the chicken to follow. Alonia does this chicken from the pet stun, trying to get the big bites and big blades out to Hydra. Has to go for Feign Death Moon. Majority of the Zats is going to have to do something for this. I think a Moonfire is on Hydra though. So might be denied any kind of reset. Flesh Scout does Hydra poke out to interrupt it. Tried to maybe get some sort of intro, but decided against it. Is looking for a bit of a reset. Big grenades getting thrown in as Alonia getting hit with a freezing trap, and Hydra is going to go for a bit of a manning bandage to follow. We're hitting that 5-minute mark. Alonia, does the health go down ever? Does the health change at all? Continuing to throw in big old shreds, a big old rakes, ravages back to back. Hydra hit it with a maim. Alonia just needs to get a bit of bleeds. Hydra with a Feign Death camo. Everything used just now. Literally using every cooldown available. I don't think it's even going to be enough. I think the bleeds are still on him too. Yeah, the bleeds are continuing to stick out in massive chunks. Hydra just bleeding profusely, trying to bandage himself up as best as possible. Alonia just needs to make sure there's a Moonfire on Hydra at all times. Stunned before Alonia can even get from behind the pillar. Hydra just trying to deny the Feral any movement at all. Trying to keep him in place as best as possible. Quick by death by Hydra, bash by Alonia. I think Hydra's going to be down for the count. Seal trap, but not much you can really do about it. Alonia's going to be able to catch himself a bit of healing. Jesus is going to be up next, and it's going to be Mori. Did somebody bail on this group? On team 1? Unfortunate, boys. Death and Decay doesn't quite get Alonia, but the Feral is going to be able to get the opener either way. Jesus dropping in an extra pet with a blinded Alonia with Amorphous Winter. Might be able to make the biggest damage happen. Trying to let Amorphous Winter stack up. Alonia catches the quick Thorns. Jesus still going to try to see if he can bust with Thorn Silence at Alonia. That is a Frenzy Regen in order to get himself a bit of healing. Can use Frenzy Regen even though they're silenced. And Alonia should be able to get himself over so huge damage out of Jesus though. Alonia finds himself super low in health. Jesus can't reach him. Trying to throw in at the dragon. Maybe that'll be enough damage. That's going to be IBF True Interrupter on the Cyclone. Big grip. Alonia can maybe go for a big flash cut in front of his face. If the flash cut is back up and running. If the Flash City is off, they could. And there it goes. No way for Jesus to interrupt it, even if it was over there. Couldn't even get a proper interrupt. Alonia catching up on all that healing. Jesus exploded the ghoul to get himself a little bit of healing and whatever damage. While Alonia is channeling the Flash Cut. Bash onto the Death Knight. Alonia trying to get the bleeds rolling. Hitting that 7-minute mark, dampening is getting kind of high in there. And Jesus not looking so good. Shackles and Addiction 9 any kind of healing. And with the bleeds and the shadow damage of it, this is going to be down for the count. Shattering throw by Mori as he goes for an Avatar. Alonia goes for a trinket out of it. Going to be a quick charge with a Night Fate knockdown. Massive execute for Mori. My goodness, the damage you got out of that execute was quite monstrous. Huge knockdown into a quick charge. Massive execute to follow. Taking him out. I think we needed Mori out here early in the duel to take this Feral down, because now Mori's going to have to be worse than Chrysler. At least somebody can take down Necrolord Feral. It looks like Chrysler's just going to let the Succubus sit in the middle. Mori just looking for a reset. Is not playing Second Wind. So is this man playing Bounding Stride defensive stance? Because otherwise Second Wind would have healed him up to full. Bonza fell around the corner with Cataclysm by Chrysler. Trying to get freebie damage around the corner as Mori. Are you defensive stance? Because I didn't even see defensive stance on him. So he has to be Bounding Stride, right? It has to be big movement, big leaps. Potentially. Maybe. Or maybe he did have bleeds from the Feral earlier and just waiting for dots to come out to tick out and Chrysler just didn't let him. Oh, he is defensive stance. Okay, I was going to say for a second. Ava's a duel 21% damp, but Mori just having to, I guess, carve into the Succubus, or at least trying to see if he can interrupt Succubus in case things go bad. Succubus is going to land the CC. Mori has a trinket if he needs to. Getting hit with a Cataclysm. Eventually, he's just going to lose out on health. Got himself Commanding Shout. Has to go for big Avatar. That's going to be a Stone Bolt onto Chrysler. Chrysler's actually going to put a port him out of there as Mori charged in into a port. I think we just saw inside of the soul of Chrysler himself, literally inside his head. And Chrysler poured around the corner. Big Dark Pact. Somebody had to cut down the Feral, and Mori was able to do it. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running, yeah? Let's get another person up and running for the duels. Another team, boys. Sentry, do you have a group right now, my guy? So 213. Yeah, 213. Sentry, Alex, Chrysler, Jesus. If any of you boys have groups, let me know right now. We'll get you guys up and running for the duels. No healers or warriors. If you play Second Wind, you technically can get a little bit of healing, yeah. But sometimes defensive stance is better. It really depends on what warriors prefer. We've seen warriors do one or the other. How's your day going? What's up, Morduke? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful evening in the 5V5 1v1 Duels. Let me know if you guys got any groups up and running yet. If you didn't dot me a code of maybe. Sentry's ready, boys. Is going to go throwing up versus Sentry himself for the 5V5 1v1 Duels. Sorry for the first one's preview, no player power for raids and dungeons. Oh, okay. There's a Keystone event builders. Cool. So the Aside for the first ones, doesn't have any player power attached to it, which I think might be amazing. Console upgrades, wildlife control, and Pocopoc upgrades. Huh. So I gotta go and actually do that on PTR, test this stuff out for myself. But that's good to know that none of this stuff is gonna be necessary for the raid. So imagine in 9.2, you just go in and like, oh, new patch. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is hang out on Zerth Mortis for some world PvP, and then do this little robot quest line where I have my little friend that I upgrade for like exploration and stuff, and then it's like just being able to raid without having to do any of it if you don't want to. I think that's kind of cool. I think that could be really, really nuts. Although, how do you get the double Legos? Is that just something you unlock with chapters, maybe? I gotta figure that out as well. Alrighty, boys, we got Century ready to go. Chrysler, Jesus, Alex, if you guys got a group, let me know and we'll get you guys up and running. Some more 5v5 1v1 duels. Until then, we're waiting. Also, I checked out the Feral tier set last night while the video was rendering. I don't know if I like the Feral tier set that much. Like, it's good. Like, the bleed is going to be fine. It's going to be a little bit of damage. It's going to be good for AoE, but like, I feel like it's just not super strong. Is that just me? Not a lot of variety in the gameplay. One more for Alliance. All right, if you guys want to join the groups that are looking for some boys, if you want to go to player versus player premium group, custom PvP, find your group top number 5 at the top of the chat. Hit enter. You'll see some groups on Alliance for 5v5 1v1. Once Chrysler is ready, all right, we'll get Central versus Chrysler. We'll probably get Central to play a couple of games in a row as the boys are getting ready. Century and Chrysler up and running. Make some team. Chrysler does have a team, dude. He has an Alliance team ready to go. He is ready. He's been making a group for a bit. We appreciate it. Level 1 Twink, Punch. Level 1 Punch, Twink, no weapon, TBC. I kind of want to see Zayed. I think I've seen that one before, though. 158% crit. What the? How do people do that? How do people make Twinks and TBC where they have like 400% of a stat? That seems kind of insane. I just want to try it myself. But I think you need like a bunch of potions and stuff, don't you? Or like gear that's enchanted? Maybe? That stuff is pretty fun though. Alrighty, boys. Now that up and running. Switch. Got us a bit of variety today. We got us this Ben Sherman as a Shadow Priest. Kind of hugging that spider butt very closely. Christina at the front is a Feral Druid Archie on the Hanson Shaman. So we got Wolf in the back as well as Sajiro joining us, a Warrior Necrolord versus Team 2. We got us as Alonia on the team with Athaman joining in as a big old Kyrian Bishop. I want to say if you were a chess piece. Oh, looking like a Kyrian, but it's a Necrolord instead. Chrysler in the back. We got us a decent mage as well as Nemi. And looks like they are not sending out Alonia first. Instead, it is going to be Christina first up versus Athol, bowing to one another, going for a bit of an honor duel. So we'll see how this goes. Going to be a couple of experience out of Christina with Athol and using human racial to bust himself out of that stun to land a rebuke on that Convoke. Blind out of Athol, but I think the blind might have broke for Christina. Gonna be a full stun. Athol missing that wreck. Oh no, I don't know if he missed it or not, but his wreck went behind him. Still doing a lot of damage to Christina either way. That was a bit of a misplay though. I feel like if Athol did not miss that final wreck, I think he would have been okay. I'm just so... the fact that I had the camera facing that angle, I feel like otherwise we would have missed that he missed it. But my camera was actually in a position in that direction and we just kind of just saw it. Oh, I'm sorry, Athol is going to drop down Consecration. Christina charging in, trying to get a rake stun in the concentrated hollowed ground. Caught out of stealth and able to land a proper stun to Athol. Bash comes in with a bias to follow. Athol could be in big trouble. Shield of Vengeance to keep him rolling. I am very surprised that Bash isn't broken out by adaptation. I am very surprised his adaptation is continuing to hold. That Cyclone is definitely going to get adapted, but I'm very surprised that Bash, was it 4 seconds? Is it just literally under the minimum for adaptation? That's kind of nuts. Going to be the eye for an eye for Athol. Maybe get us an interrupt versus Cyclone? Potentially could. Cyclone is nature. Barskin for Christina. Going to be a stun. Does Athol have to go? Does not miss that wreck. This time Christina's taking lots of damage from this burst though. Massive burst. Oh, Athol! Recovery! Big time recovery out of this man's right here. And is doing a little bit of a prayer for Christina. an honorable prayer for another combatant of the dueling arena. And a quick flash cut to get him up and running. Who's going to be up next? I think it's going to be Arhi, and his team trying to figure out who's next. It looks like maybe it's Arhi. Looks like it's Arhi. Going to be first up or second up and running for his team. We'll see how it goes with Athol sending out a judgment. Arhi sending out a homie just to keep Athol some company. As Athol does get himself full flash cut Thunder with a stun to follow. Arhi could have the biggest damage possible. Got himself massive wind strikes. Doomman's proc huge. It looks like Athol tried to go for a blind to Arhi, but somehow broke it. Broke that blind one way or another. Athol tried to see if he could get him to recovery. Try to see if he can kill the totem. Actually, not even focusing on the totem. Just try to go. Let's see. Wait. Let me just build some holy power. Let me maintain myself. Keep myself healed. Use some holy power to keep myself alive here because this is going to be a lot of pressure. Arhi continuing just to pile on the damage versus Athol. But looks like a lot of Arhi's burst is down unless he wants to go for full ascendance. But I don't think we're going to be seeing that until next Doom win. It's going to be a stun to Arhi with the final wreck. Athol trying to make some damage happen. Maybe big proc. Arhi taking a bit of damage, but it's going to be able to recover it. Did not have to wall it or trinket it. So he's doing A-okay for now. Athol looking for a bit of a reset with a Hand of Freedom. Trying to get a flash of light. Could be interrupted by Arhi if he's fast enough. It looks like Athol got himself plenty of recovery for the time being. Catching whatever holy power he can from any totems that Arhi is dropping down. Could be huge burst out of the Shaman any moment though. Next Thunder with a totem could be massive. Athol going for an I-4-9 in case there's pressure coming out from Arhi. Maybe not get interrupted. Getting locked down on Holy could be really bad. Has himself flash cut in case worst to worst. Stun totem onto Athol. Might have to trinket or bubble this. Big Ascendance is up. It's going to get him some shield defenders. Can't really go anywhere. Wind strikes from Athol. Oh my god. Arhi not letting Athol go anywhere. And Athol had to go for a bubble. He's going to have to go for recovery as well. Arhi still has Ascendance for a few seconds sending wind strikes. But if he can get us back-to-back wind strike procs using a huge advantage there from this ranged auto attacks. Ghost was charging in. Arhi's gonna have plenty of maelstrom to keep rotating his defensiveness. Gonna be blinded by Athol. Hodge out of Arhi with a wall. Athol could maybe delay the burst a little bit. That was a final wreck going down versus a Shaman. And I think Athol is just waiting until Arhi. Wall is down. Hodge maybe a little early. Is going to get a big proc. Oh, huge damage out of Athol out of nowhere with wings. Oh my goodness. This Paladin. As soon as this man isn't vent there anymore, boys, he's just coming in with big procs. He's got to be critting everything, right? Ben Sherman trying to get some dots versus Athol. He's getting some base pressure. But it's going to be a big Void Eruption. Athol seeing that Void Eruption, trinkets out of that stun with the human racial and is trying to avoid any of that CC. The DPs are stacking up. Athol does not have a bubble. Could be in really bad trouble. Mages of the Dead around the corner. And Ben Sherman on the other side collapses a big Shadow Word death on him. So far, Athol has been able to outlast, what, 2 dudes at least. But Ben Sherman came in with a lot of that frontal pressure. Didn't really give him much of a chance to recover. Nami going to be up next. I feel like Athol would have been okay if he had a bubble, but not much you could really do about it. He had to burn a bubble versus Shaman. That was a really tough matchup. That was a tight one. Ben Sherman looking for the dots on the pet. Trying to avoid the Nami interrupts. Actually, no more interrupts for Nami. Missed that kick. That's going to be a stun onto Ben. Nami charging in with a Bestial Wrath, getting caught in the corner there for a second. Ben just trying to get the dots rolling. That is full CDs out of Nami though. Void Eruption to follow. It's going to get him to survival the fittest. Ben Sherman trying to see if he might be able to charge towards Nami. The pets are CC'd. And Ben is at least able to get some healing with the Vampiric Touches as well as Vampiric Embrace. Just vamping a lot of the healing or a lot of the health from Nemi as well as the pets. As Nemi trying to go for a bunch of Cobra shots back to back. Gonna be a bit of healing for Ben with the VTs to follow. Pets attacking Nemi. Doing a bit of damage. Both of them are kind of lowish. Nemi does go for acceleration. No more defensive bench, but just trying to extend crashes around the corner. Nemi needs to land that interrupt on Shadow and he'll be in a good spot. The Mages of the Dead attacking the pets instead of Nemi. Quick flash cut, getting interrupted towards the last second, but Ben did get a lot of that recovery towards the end. Stun onto Nemi. And might be able to get himself a big Shadow Word death. Tried to do it. Didn't quite connect. Didn't quite do enough damage. Nemi though dotted up, and the dots of Shadow Word Pain and VT do end up ticking out on him. Ben looking for a Massive Spell versus Decent is going to be able to put him out in place, put him out in the open. And I think Massive Spell basically just removed one of his shields, didn't it? I think the whole point of Massive Spell just to get in combat, get him out of stealth, but I think it effectively just removed one of his Treant Barrier shields. BTL for Ben Sherman with silence. Gonna be decent major with trick and Deathborn trying to make the biggest burst happen here. Ben, if he finds himself the right angle, he's in a good spot. Gonna be Albedo that's set up by decent mage, just trying to get himself an Ebon Bolt for the flurry proc. Ice blocking really early, just trying to get some frostbolts to Ben. That's gonna be great to fade. And decent mage might find to be able to get him some damage, but that's gonna be stunned to follow. Ben Sherman just trying to avoid any damage out of decent. Does decent get hit with any of the horror effects? Double horror. Oh, into another X can Ben Sherman. Just lobbing these boys' heads one after the other. Alonia is up next as the 7 minutes roll in. 50% dampener. Stun onto Ben as he had PI for a few moments. Has dispersed if he needs it. Trying to get interrupted on Shadow. If he gets kicked on Shadow, he'll be in a bad spot. Just trying to get maybe a kick out of Alonia. Is having to go for disperse. This is going to be Shackles of Addiction. I don't think Ben is going to be able to get a lot to do here. Unless he got a stun or fear or anything versus Alonia. Silence, I don't think it's going to stop him though. Ben tried to do whatever he can to heal, but yep, as he got himself greater fate at the very end, not much he could really do. Looks like Sajiro and Wolf are both charging in, but Wolf sees Sajiro charging ahead of him. He's like, okay, I guess he really wants it. He really wants to kill that Feral, so I'll let him. Sajiro with a massive leap. Stormbolt on Alonia charges in, trinket by the Feral. That's going to be full banner and avatar. Sajiro just looking to one-shot Alonia. Wall is up as well as Thor's going to be parry out for Sajiro. Just trying to take up all this damage while delivering the massive blows. Needs a big old execute on Alonia. Maybe a second one. Oh, Shadowmel couldn't quite escape the massive wrath of the warrior. Oh my goodness. Sajiro did not want to let the Feral escape at all. And that's going to be Sajiro versus Chrysler, but looks like Chrysler is maybe AFK or DC'd or something. There's going to be at least a flash cow for Sajiro while we're waiting for Chrysler to come back up. Is he gone? He's back. He's here. Flash Captain Sajiro is probably going to come in and just pummel him. Not going to let this Warlock play. He saw that. Oh, you ready? Are you there? You're playing? All right. You're fair game, kid. Stormbolt on this Chrysler. As an Infernal slams in, Mortal Coil onto Sajiro as an Immolate with the Demonic Circles up. Chrysler does have an escape, but Sajiro's not letting him walk away from the Demonic Circle at all. Shattering throw onto the Dark Banner. Chrysler is going to get that execute proc with a quick pummel right in the face of this Mechanom. The Decimated Bolt does come out for Chrysler. Sajiro's taking a bit of damage though. Could be a stun out of Chrysler. Trying to go for Incinerate. Sajiro's in big trouble, and it looks like he does get burned down. This man's got big damage to dish, but also big damage to take. And my goodness, the way the Wolf jumped in on a spider. I hate spiders, IRL, so that was kind of spooky. Ooh, booping Wolf out of there, but Chrysler caught at low health. There's not much you can really do. This is going to be going down. Man, some of the bursts out of these boys has been huge. Look at Banshee, Athol, Sajiro. You guys have really just popped off today. Out of all the duels, this is the one where you popped off at once. Insane. Insane. Can we get more games like that? Yo, let's get Sentry back in here, dude. I got a bunch of boys that are roided up and ready to go. Chrysler, or actually rather, Sentry, keep your group. We'll get you to do a couple times in a row. Jesus is ready, dude. Are you guys ready to go on punishment? My goodness. Roided out group of boys that just want to play some games, dude. My goodness. That's so good. Pretty sure download status could 1v5 this easy. What's up, funny? How you doing, my guy? What cards are limited cities so he's waiting, lol? It's a 5v5 1v1 duel. You don't have to honor duel if you don't wanna. It's really up to you as a player. Wear special gloves for cold. My hands shivered in the moment, slipping and reckoning. Yeah, you're good, Athol. Don't worry about it, my guy. Yo, if you gotta go turn up the heat or something, dude, just stay safe, just stay healthy out there. Don't freeze to death. I'd rather you stay warm, cozy by the fire than freezing at your computer, honestly. If that's what you gotta do. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running. Jesus is ready. Central, let me know if you're ready. We got a +1. Or Alex. I guess Alex is part of Central's team, isn't he? Just let me know what groups we have. But I really want to get Sentry a couple of chances to go back to back. Nice. Let's go. Let's get Jesus versus Sentry. We get you guys up and running. Also, I finally got on my rogue full set of PvP. Maybe one day I'll come back and try again. Jordan, you're more than welcome to. All of you are more than welcome to join as much as you want to. I've bad genes for cold temperature. My hands are always cold. Oh, okay. I feel like my hands are always warm. So I'm the opposite. I'm always like extra warm. So that's why I like to keep it like 60 degrees Fahrenheit in my house. Whatever that is in Celsius. But it's pretty cold. It's pretty freezing in my place, but I kind of like it. because I just walk around with like, what, shorts, t-shirt. It feels kind of chilly, but it feels like a good kind of chilly, right? Kind of like the good chilly. It's like when you're outside and it's cold breeze, but it's a nice breeze, not enough to like put on a jacket or anything like that. That's how it feels in my house, even though it's freezing to everybody else. I try to open it whenever I have company, but last time that happened, I stayed home play all day. You think I'm getting company in here? What did you ever play in this? I'll be down to join in Jordan. I really want to, but I can't get the angles unless I'm doing the spectator stuff. And that's what people love, is the angles, dude. So I'm a crowd pleaser, or try to be. Twitch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Ben Sherman chill in the back. Looks like he's not gonna be first. Arky on that team. We got ourselves Vatsu Vets. I don't even know how to say your name properly. Got a Wolf first up versus Jesus, hitting him with a chimeric poison, silence, and the damage healing reduction to follow after. Quick blind onto Jesus as we have Sajiro watching that duel, watching the carnage. Jesus trying to go for a bit of a big old gripping everybody on team 1 in. Wolf avoiding the stun from the Remorseless Winter by hand and feign death. Shackles malediction, but he's taking the beating from the slappy hand. Gonna be Wolf. It's actually bouncing the snowball between him and the pets. Actually gonna be a bit of damage for Jesus as he got himself huge cleave from it. And Wolf getting hit with a silence does get to drop down a freezing trap right before he's silenced. Is this still a thing where hunters, when they get silenced, they can't drop traps? Is that still a thing? Because at some point I think they made it where, or maybe it always was that at some point I think traps used to cost mana, so the technical program does a spell back in the game. Or am I wrong and I'm just making this up? I'm pretty sure. Is that still a thing? Jesus actually dropping super low. Mighty defenses right now. Lichborn, oh, trying to heal up as much as possible while trying to figure out the logistics of how the whole hunter trap thing worked with the silences. We saw Jesus go down, just ran out of health, man. The boy ran out of steam. Wolf kind of out in the open is probably going to have to go for a flesh cut while inside a turtle shell, recover whatever health possible. And Hydrocarbon already seen Wolf using defensive that early. Wolf better recover health as much as possible, as fast as he can. Hydra going for a feint death with a while he's been frozen in freezing trap. Freezing trap on the Wolf is a trick inside of it. Stun's getting traded. Hydra trading, taking it out of the stun from Wolf. And it's going to have to burn through a flesh shaft before he can really start getting damage into Wolf's health bar. Able to blast through with grenades past the green marble that is Fleshcuff. Hydra still has a turtle in case he gets in trouble. Wolf trying to see if he can kite out Hydra. Unless he gets himself a big reset, I think Wolf might be in big trouble. Hydra, super low on health. Wait, big kill shot could maybe end this. Trying to go for a kill shot. Turtle shell, just so Hydra stays safe. Wolf at no health whatsoever. Trying to heal whatever possible. Getting some sort of healing somewhere. The pet continues to attack him. Wolf is in big trouble health-wise. I don't know if he recovers this. Absolutely. If only he got the big crit with a kill shot. I think that's the only thing that could have kept him alive. Hydra most likely going to be dropping down in trinket. And oh, feint death for one of the executes. Avoiding the damage, but the second one to follow for Sajiro didn't even give him a break. And charging in versus Mori. Mori with a Stormbolt, trying to see if he might be able to Night Fae out of there. Sajiro with that parry, reducing some of the damage he's taking. And that's going to be parry for parry. Sajiro's just going to have to go for a flesh cut while parry's up. Mori trying to see if he can go for a shadow throw. Actually, Mori couldn't interrupt that flesh cut because the parry will let you parry while you flesh cut. You will actually get to parry the interrupt from a melee. Actually kind of insane. I had the warrior do this to me before. I thought, wait, that's kind of busted. I thought maybe like I could get a quick interrupt, but parry, since a kick is I'm checking a melee, just get parried, couldn't do anything. Kind of insane. Sajiro trying to mount up. Mori had no health whatsoever. Sajiro, I think, plays second win, so he's always going to have that advantage. Mori, if he gets hit with the back. Oh, did you see Sajiro just fly up in the air for a second, charge in, land that execute? Like, Mori knows he's got a warrior that's. Oh! Never mind, Mori also has second win. Switching it around. So both the warriors get a full reset. Interesting. Gonna be that quick mount up by Sajiro. Looking for that reset versus Mori. But Mori mounted up as well, not letting him go anywhere. Not letting him get close at all. And they're gonna have to play Ring Around the Rosie here for a bit. Looks like Sajiro back it up out of there completely. I think Sajiro's gonna go for a full flesh cup, right? Is that what he's going for? Because Sajiro always has that advantage in defense. Or maybe just waiting it out. Sajiro waiting for maybe a trinket in 20 seconds. Mori has commanding shot coming up very soon. So Mori is the one who actually has all the pressure, all the advantage, leaping in with an avatar. Strongbow to Sajiro. Big knockdown. Does he get the big execute parry up for Sajiro? Does get knocked down while standing in the night fade either way. Trying to leap over towards Mori to get himself a good setup. But looks like Mori's avoiding him. Blade Storm, so he's immune and use Storm Bolts in the opener. Mori keeps getting knocked down in that Fae thing. It's going to be Zerka Rich to get out of that fear. Stun onto Mori. He's going to trick it out with parry. Sajiro got himself reflect. Fear onto Mori. Needs to slow him down. It's going to be a quick charge by Mori. Sajiro does not have a parry anymore. Going to be that Fae soul shape, so he might be able to re-engage with Sajiro. Sajiro trying to avoid him as best as possible. Blade Storm, so no CC comes out for a bit. Sajiro is in big trouble though. Commanding Shout is real low in health. Trying to get himself a quick flush gun as Mori gets interrupted. Almost lands it. That's going to be a big avatar. But Sajiro got a lot of damage ready to go. Or rather, banner, not avatar just yet. Quick charge to intercept Mori. Mori's kind of out in the open. No parry. Stonebolt by Sajiro first. Does he get the big execute he needs? One more execute. Get it to chop him down. It really came down to the chess match of warriors who can hit each other the hardest and the fastest. Nia is going to be up next with a Convoke the Spirit. Quick interrupt by Sajiro as he trickles out of it. Massive executes onto Nia. Trying to go for Cyclone, but I think he's just dead to executes. Oh! And he's just going to charge into Malfurion, not even give him a chance to get himself reset. Shattering throw through the flesh count of Feral. It's going to be reflect quickly by Sajiro, I think, for the Thorns. For some of the Thorns? What legendary Sajiro even running, actually? I'm interested. Stormbolt is Malfurion trying to get away. Sajiro with an avatar leaping in. Lots of damage. Malfurion is going to have himself frenzy region. Bark's going to try to deal with his damage. Maim onto Sajiro. Playing now that Necrolord Kitty Cat. So just needs the dots. Shackle's a malediction. Going to be a reflect for Sajiro, but Malfurion dots and Shackle do rot him down. Man, Sajiro, dude. So much damage. So much pressure out of just one man. Malfurion charging at Vets. How do you even say your name? Actually, Vatsu. Big Ascendance. As Malfurion got himself wall and a frenzy regen. Whatever healing he can get. Vatsu trying to go for a totem around the corner, but looks like it's not going to be able to catch Malfurion. The totem is going to try to repel things near the totem and keep things inside. Still, that is massive damage out of Vatsu with a lightning bolt. Another decimated. Oh, another primordial after with a lightning bolt to follow. That was huge damage. My goodness. That shaman at the end just tore him up, but Sajiro just came in with massive damage, just came in swinging, huge executes. He got the bigger stick than the other warrior too, so he's just chopping him up. My goodness, World of Burst? Yeah, there's quite a bit of burst out of these boys. Quite a bit of burst out of warriors. But then again, warriors have what? Parry, they got commanding shout. They have a limited amount of healing, so they have to just gotta slay the enemy before they get slain themselves. So he does put him in an interesting situation. I do wonder what legendary Sajiro is playing. Like, what do you pair with this burst? Like, what do you even run? Do you run like a defensive thing or something? I'm interested. Jesus says he's ready. Sentry is ready. We can get them both back up and running against each other, right? Like back to back. I want to see if Alex is most likely with Sentry. Or is he? Or is he? I guess we could go again. I guess we could go again because Sentry didn't really get to play there, did he? But it would be the same teams. If you don't see anything at Chrysler in like a minute or 30 seconds, I think I'll just queue them again. Just to get the queues for the teams that are here. Thank you much for joining the stream, by the way. I appreciate you. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Chrysler's ready? Should we set Chrysler again? I guess we'll do Chrysler. I guess we'll set Chrysler because Team Jesus was able to get a chance to play. So we'll get Sentry again versus Chrysler. And we'll see. Maybe we'll do Chrysler versus Jesus. Unless Central still has the boys in there. Because a lot of the boys in Central's team didn't really get a chance to play. Like the Shaman, he technically got to kill a Feral, but he didn't really get a chance to like play back-to-back, like proper game. And more just got to walk in, finishing off the Feral. That's about all he's got to do. And Archie as well. Archie only got to play one time against the Pala, Athaman. So I want to really give him a chance. Then team is put together. I don't know if Alex is trying to put another team on Horde maybe. But if they are, then maybe we could also do that. I think I saved that one. Which should be good. Hopefully they got a 5th over on Team 2. Why is it Team 2 that always like misses a guy? Like Chrysler's team in particular, they always miss somebody. Like did somebody decede? Or do they only have just 4? not sure. Switch. Got us a team 1 together with Ben Sherman. We got us as Arki as an enhancement shaman with Vatsu as another enhancement shaman playing Necrolord enhance. We got Wolf and Sajiro, all the pile of like green orc boys with like, I think 1 undead with Ben Sherman. We got ourselves team 2 only with 4 people, always missing somebody. But maybe they'll still load in. Alonia going to be first up with Athol in the back with Chrysler and Fazol as a Warlock. It looks like Arhi is going to be first up versus Alonia. Going to be a hell of a match. Alonia has had some back-to-back duels here where they just are surviving forever. Arhi just taking loads of damage in the opener. Going to be a thunder to break apart the chain from the malediction. It's going to be Alonia trying to focus down the totem if they can. But looks like Arhi in that confusion while Alonia tried to figure out how to attack. Arki was able to at least catch up a little bit of healing, able to deal with the bleeds to a certain extent. Minding the wall, the rest of those, though, Alonia popping a wall themselves with a stun onto the kitty cat. Arki burned out of mana completely, trying to go for a stun, is trying to get as much damage as he can, trying to get counter pressure and counter damage, big damage to Alonia, but looks like the wind strikes will not continue, is going to deny. Going for it. Dora Shadows trying to get as much range pressure on Alonia with a quick old charge. Alonia find himself kind of low, but the movement is still ever so present for the druid. As Arhi trying to close that gap. And actually, Arhi might not need to close the gap at all. He kept charging at Alonia. He keeps rushing at him, but actually wants to probably go in the opposite direction. Arhi trying to keep the damage, trying to keep the pressure going. Needs the mana, needs the maelstrom, but I think he's got much of either. Got himself a little bit of healing. Alonia just waiting there. I think just spamming Moonfire at the guy, hoping that that'll be enough to kill him. He's gonna have to focus down on the totem as Arhi is given a moment to at least catch some little bit of reset behind the pillar. Can maybe Dora Shadows if he goes fast enough. Just trying to get himself whatever healing possible, dropping down a heal totem. Alonia continuing to punish him with Moonfires. Quick Sunder with a stun onto the Feral Druid, but Arhi caught up on a little bit of healing, but still not out of the woods at all. Thorns is up for Alonia with a Bark Skin. Arhi doesn't even purge it. I don't think he has the mana. I don't think he can even allow himself to purge the Thorns right now. He just has to play it very, very carefully. Ursul's putting him back in next to the kitty cat. Quick maim and a stricken by Arhi, but he's just out of options. Quick Chain Harvest does put him in a decent health bar, but the bleeds are taking him back down. Arhi just struggling to get back to a functional place. Gonna be Dora Shadows trying to reposition Alonia, get him more Moonfires, just continue to punish him. Or he can maybe get some Ghost Wolf he's in, but he's got no mana whatsoever. Ghost Wolves are up, maybe with a wall. Quick maim. Alonia is in the melee range, able to get the bleeds in there. Arki needs to pop a wall immediately if he wants to have a chance to survive this at all. Needs a heal right now. Maybe with a wall. The Wolves are continuing to get Maelstrom. He's just letting the Wolves build up Maelstrom from a distance while he's trying to regenerate some mana. And Alonia's Flesh Cut still holds. I just don't understand with the stun around the corner. As Arhi just trying to stay in Ghost Wolf, get whatever health he can while in Ghost Wolf. Try to see if he can somehow claw back for this duel. Maybe he'll try to sit down and get himself some mana. Literally just try to sit down and get himself some drinks in an arena where he's fighting as a 1v1 versus a Feral. Thorns are up. Arhi knows he doesn't want to attack into Thorns. He's going to just wall it while in Ghost Wolf as best as he can. Get himself some healing while possible. At no health whatsoever. Wall is up. Need himself some Maelstrom in order to get himself better healing. Dora Shadow's trying to get interrupted on, I think. But he's so low. Does get himself one more heal. One more healing surge. Bash of the Feral. Shackles him addiction. Does he way to interrupt it? I think he's just over. Oh my goodness. That is just such a rough match. That is just... I feel like from the get-go, he just got melted down. And Vatsu is going to be up next. Flash Scuff rolling. Let's see if this shaman has an easier time with the Feral. Vatsu's playing a bit of a different build though. He's playing Ascendants as well as Ghost Wolves, but he's also playing Lightning Shield rather than Earth Shield. So that might change up his gameplay. Stun onto Alonia. Does Vatsu go for the big damn? Looks like he's dropping down totems. Maybe get himself big Windstrike procs. Going to be a wall for Alonia. Try to take up the damage. So is Vatsu having to go for a wall himself. But even then, through the wall, he's just bleeding out. Ascendance. Alonia is kind of trapped out in the middle of nowhere. Trying to maybe kill the totem. Trying to just Moonfire Vatsu barefoot for a second. Trying to get himself a big Swiftman as well. Vatsu with Windstrikes. It is doing quite a bit of damage. But again, just like... with Arki, he's just getting landed-sided. Regrow's coming down, has an interrupt on the Shadow, but he just doesn't have the pressure to continue rolling, though. He got himself some healing, plenty of mana, but a quick stun turnaround by Alonia, trying to get the bleeds onto Vatsu. Yeah, it's Vatsu. Might be. I literally forgot if it was Vatsu or Batsu. But it's Vatsu. But it looks like a B as the first letter, but it's actually a Russian B. Either way. Almost 5 minutes of this duel. Vatsu not in a great position at all. just like R. He's got his tail tucked, just trying to get himself a bit of reset. At least he's a little bit better on health, a little bit better on mana, a little bit more even. But he's having to burn that mana already versus Alonia. Getting towards a 75% chance, 75% mana. Got himself big win strikes versus Alonia, but the stun is going to stop him in place. Trinkets out of it, as he wants to stay aggressive versus Alonia, continue to generate Maelstrom. Alonia got the dots out of Vatso. He has used that mana in order to catch up on health, but the bleeds are just going to continue rocking him. Totem down, and Alonia is going to try to eliminate a totem. Actually, it takes a second for him to kill totems. Maybe he just doesn't have the energy regen for it at all. But Vatso at least got himself a decent reset. At least trying to stay ahead. We are getting into that dampener part though. 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Little red is 37 for some reason. Feral brutal damage, yeah. Ferals are just insane damage. Gotta find a leash for that kitty. None of these guys are elemental though, so they can't even use leash on them. If you guys were Ellie, you at least would have a lightning leash. But you guys don't. And maybe that's what you have to do. You might try to embrace the elements. And you want to beat them up with your big old axes, carve them up. Get a big old mallet, maybe with fist weapons. But it's going to be maybe potentially Vatso trying to get himself some procs. Alonia with a Bark Sumal in bear form. Get himself a bit of healing. Lightning bolts flying as Vatso is playing that Necrolord. So he does get pretty beefy lightning bolts whenever he gets a decimated proc. Is going to give himself a bit of healing. Alonia in bear form looking for that flesh scout. So as Vatso has himself a little bit of defense though. And that's going to be Alonia. Has an interrupt. Didn't go for an interrupt on the flesh scout. It's going to be Thorns. So the Feral can't even really get attacked. Going to be a Shackles Malediction. Does Vatso have a way to interrupt it? He is going to drop down a totem. Doesn't have a grounding totem though for the Shackles. You're just going to have to take the damage to the face. Wait now for the totem or for the Shackles of Malediction to take out the necrotics. As we're hitting the 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes. Bash Vatso does get himself a little bit of healing as his health dips down. A little bit of mana left, trying to stay in Ghostful for whatever self-healing that provides. And it's getting more regular course of a Maelstrom with that Lightning Shield totem, but with that wall and the bleed's already rolling. He's just having to play so defensively. Sunder into a stun, trying to get himself heals, but that's all he can really do. Maybe he can get himself a big Ascendance go with Doom Winds. Maybe that way he might be able to combine both of those together to unleash the biggest burst versus Alonia. But with those bleeds, he needs to make a play at some point. Those stuns are just going to put him behind. He just needs at some point decide, I'm going to go for it and just go for the most bursts. Whatever happens with health is whatever happens. But he's continuing to get himself whatever healing he can. Another trinket, another totem, just to put a bit of a clamp, a little bit of wall between him and Alonia for a second. Tried to reposition behind the pillar, hit him with the frost shocks. Just trying to buy himself some time. And so far he's been able to recover a little bit. But another bash. I mean, every time that stun happens, he just puts Botson behind, immediately goes to Surveil if he wants to go for it. Ascendance, he has the Feral away from any of the pillars. Maybe this is the time to do it. Trying to get himself whatever healing. Burned off whatever mana he has at 90% dampener. Might just have to unleash everything. Alonia with a pre-wall here. Barson, quick stun. Maybe he can make something happen. Got that range. Alonia leaping in. Quick bite and locking him out. Sajiro trying to deny the Feral any more continued pressure. Any more continued victory. Looking for the Mexicans. Alonia getting slammed down in that kill. Man, that Feral. 2 shamans back to back that tried their hardest. You know what the worst part is? Just watching these shamans play it as defensively as they can. It's pronounced like Vatsu Navets. Okay, I shortened to Vatsu. I think it's good enough. What's up, King? Hey, dude, my guy. Yeah, these cats are harsh, man. These cats are hard to deal with. I mean, maybe that's why Team 2 did not get a 5th, because that Feral is a one-man army. Like, if they wouldn't need another one, a second one, a 5th person, yeah, probably just probably better chill. You know, no need. A Feral, just look at him. Gonna be Athaman not getting reflected with his Hodge. Final wreck and everything where Sajiro parry is up. Sajiro chooses Stricken. It's gonna go for a flesh scout. While parry is up, Athaman can't interrupt him with a rebuke because it is a melee hit. It is gonna get parried. Athaman with that adaptation, Sajiro double leaps away. And Athaman with full wings raring, full wings blazing, wants to make some damage versus the warrior. The warrior is just gonna have to wait out until the full wings are down. It looks like they are. Athaman, are you playing a many soulbind, by the way? I think that you are. Going to be reflected for Sajiro in case there's a hijack of Athol, but the eye for an eye is going to make it hard for Sajiro to continue the pressure here. Went to a massive leap. Does he have a flash gift? He does not. The judgment might end him here. Barely any health available. Into a quick charge. Oh, Athaman just hits him with that hammer. And Ban Sherman is going to be up next. The Shadow Priest that fought Athaman last time and actually just overpowered with the unholy pressure of a Necrolord. Athol is going to have to play this a little bit more carefully. We are starting this duel out between the two at a little bit higher dampening. Hitting that 10-minute mark, 30% dampening. The amount of healing either two are going to get is going to be limited in Athaman. It's really going to come down to how you use the cooldowns, though he does have an advantage of, he has the bubble this time going into this duel. Shield of Vengeance and everything. Ben Sherman trying to go for a res. Are you undead? I can't even tell what you are. Are you undead? You are undead, right? Yeah, it has to be. I literally can't even see like the undead face or anything. Literally can't see it. Hand of Hindrance by Athol. Try to go for an interrupt versus Ben, but looks like they missed. Blinder to Ben Sherman, who trick us out of it. It's going to stun Athol out in the open. No way for adaptation to proc. Actually, the Mages of the Dead blinded out. Athaman chooses to go for a bubble. Magic spell around the corner does get removed. It looks like the Athaman is surrounded by the Mages on one hand and the Mindbender on the other, taking a bit of that damage, but trying to line aside, going for self-heals with Word of Glories. And is going to reconnect back with Ben. Looking for that rebuke, doesn't quite get it. It's going to be Athaman getting out of that fear with the full burst coming out. Athaman could be in a good spot. Sounds on Athol. Does he get it with a horror effects? Trying to dodge these bolts. Going to be final record. Oh, and Ben getting cleaved down by the Divine Storm. Athaman, no way out with the Blessing Protection is the only thing. Wolf trying to see if he might be able to remove it. If he can remove that bop, he does get to remove it. Athaman with an eye for 9 Shield of Vengeance is the only ways for him to do anything defensively. Wolf with a full flash cut, so he's actually safe. Athaman Shield of Vengeance procking, but it's only so small because the 39% dampener. That shield is much smaller, therefore the damage it pops off is much smaller. But the AoE stun with the final wreck, Wake of Ashes does stop and stun the undead T-Rexes, since they are treated as undead pets. And Wolf is going to be able to hunt down and slam down damage into your boy Athol. It's going to have to go versus Chrysler. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Chrysler versus Wolf. Which one of those two is going to win? Death Shark getting sent early. Chrysler is going to reposition behind the pillar. Succubus actually getting sent at Wolf as he's sending pets over at Chrysler. Oh, wait. Can you banish these undeads? Do you see him trying to go for a banish? Can you banish undeads? Wait, Chrysler, hold on. Is that a thing? Could you banish pets? Huh? He didn't banish anyone yet, right? Yeah, both T-Rexes are right next to Wolf, attacking the Succubus. It looks like the Succubus is going to get slain. Does Chrysler go summon a new one? He already did. Did he burn a fell... Did Chrysler burn fell domination for it? Because if he burned fell dom, then he won't be able to summon a new one if Wolf, let's say, kills this one. And then Chrysler will kind of be out in the open. Into an Infernal dropping down. Gonna be a trigger for Wolf getting out of the stun. Chrysler, did he try to go for a Mortal Coil into Wolf? I think he might have. He did. And I think it was immediate trigger by Wolf. Just to break out of it. Wolf got all his pets ramped up and ready to go. Gonna be a quick Turtle Shell. Just trying to avoid Chrysler as best possible. Gonna be the wall for Chrysler so he gets his cast off. Trying to go for a Decimated Bolt, will not be able to. Maybe he can use Decimated Bolt on Pet. It is going to be able to. Shadow Fury onto Wolf. Wolf got a lot of pressure to Chrysler. Chrysler had no health whatsoever. Trying to get a Fury onto Wolf is going to be able to do it. As Chrysler trying to go for yet another Fury onto one of the pets. Wolf is going to try to get the kill shots. How did that kill shot even connect? He was behind the pillar. I think Chrysler's just dead. Trying to go for a Gateway. Barely any health available. Oh no, one auto. Oh no. That Cobra shot at the end with a quick dive into camo as Fassel tried to see if he might be able to get closer to Wolf. But Wolf got himself first aid. Fassel mounted up, maybe even gonna look for the eyes. Wolf is just gonna go reposition, reconnect with all his cooldowns. Just reset a little bit. That Warrior's a feral killer? Yeah, he is. He is. Fassel dropping down a big old Fel Lord. Gonna be a Tyrant joining the fight, but Wolf getting a quick snipe out with a counter shot. The Fel Lord is still in play. Actually, Fassel could put himself on top of Fel Lord, and the pets would keep getting knocked down and taking a bit of damage. Mortal into Wolf, gonna go for the wall, summoning Tyrant, summoning everything. Does he have a stun onto Wolf? Maybe to keep in place. Big damage onto Wolf though. Trying to go for a feign death. The pets are still on him, at least one of them flesh capped, but it's actually getting hit up by all these pets. The Fel Guards are doing work. The Wrathguard doing work to Wolf at no health whatsoever. And it is going to be going down as Fassel's pets did take over. Did do a good job. Oh, there it is. Alonia just slamming out of the park with Athol bringing it back for his team a little bit. And that Warrior taking down the Feral, dude. That is such a rough duel. Man, the ferals, man, sometimes they're just so, I don't know, so tough. Got us a sentry up next, so ready to go. Do we have Jesus ready? I feel like we need to keep Sentry and his boys in there, especially with that warrior, because there's ferals. Each team of the alliance has a feral in there. I'm a main yes, Dal. I'm a Templar. Did a combined 48 David. Oh my god, that is so big, Athol. That is huge. Athol, anyone know what happened with the mage Bertney? Go to performance setting. Yeah, somebody gotta hit him up. See who wants to join in. Ready? We got to the best outlaws. Pog. All right, Jesus, sounds good. Did you guys pick up different outlaw rogue? Really? Let's see who you guys got. I'm interested. Let's go, boys. What's up, Pedro? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you guys enjoying the duels. By the way, if you're enjoying yourselves, hit subscribe while you're at it. Oh, and also hit the like for the stream if you're enjoying yourselves. If you're having fun in duels today, boys. Gonna be doing more duels tomorrow over on the NA. I'm thinking we might have to start doing some duels on PTR as well, boys, yeah? Like, test out some of this tier sets, test out some of these combinations, find everything that is broken for duels. I don't think I want to do too many duels. Check the general when you can. 13 eviscerates in a row. Yeah, you could get a lot of eviscerates back-to-back as a rogue. You can get a lot of procs. Yeah, sub-rogue poggers. Yeah, you can get a lot of them. A ton of them. I've been able to get a couple of them in a row, but not 13. It's so broken. Dude, I wonder if that's gonna stay in the game. I wonder if that's gonna stay. I guess that could be unintended, you know? But that's fun when it happens. It's really, really fun. It's busted in PvP, but it's hilarious. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running for the day. Switch. Got ourselves Hydro going up first versus Team 1. We got us this Wolf. Gonna be Hunter versus Hunter. I don't know why Wolf shows up outside of camo on Team 2. We got Jesus, we got Malfurion in the back, we got Mori as well as Rizija with a stun into Hydra. Gonna be tricky for both of them. Wolf and Hydra both getting out of CC, and it's gonna be a harpoon out of Hydra trying to keep Wolf in place. It's gonna be Shackles. Hydra goes for a bit of a reset. Was that a Shadow Meld there just to break the shackle? There's a lot happened there, dude. Hunters got so many feign deaths, Shadow Melds. Probably got some of the fastest defensives in terms of visually. You don't really know what just happened until you look back at the footage and slow it down a little. Hydra with a quick feign death and mending bandages. Pets are going to be on him, trying to break apart that mending. Going to be that flayed shot on the pet so that Wolf cannot remove it. With the grenades as well as a harpoon, Wolf could be in trouble, but actually it's Hydra's the one taking a bit of damage. Hydra needs to finish with those kill shot procs, dude. He needs to get kill shots back to back on the Wolf. Looks like he's not getting off the pet. Maybe one available. Trying to see if he can door shot us out of there. Gonna be a quick interrupt with kill shots flying. Wolf with a death shocker. Hydra could be bad time. But a freezing trap does set him up in a decent position. Going to be a Hydro disengaging way to the other side of the arena. The pets are running in as the many badges is up. And Hydro getting the flayed shot pre-set up in case Wolf chooses to close the gap. But look at those pets with Beach Rat. They're doing a bit of damn. Hydro with a feint and the camo. It looks like he gets himself a full clean reset on Team 1. We also have him back. Ben Sherman. We got ourselves Arki. We got ourselves Vatsu. As well as Sajiro in the back. Ready to slay any ferals in his wake. Stun onto Hydra around the corner. No trinket. Wolf got his pets ramped up and ready to go. This is up in melee with Hydra. Literally in his face. The skill shotting in point blank range. Making sure there's absolutely no way he can miss. Manning bandages for Hydra. Gets a freezing trap on one of the pets. Or maybe it was Wolf getting a freezing trap on his pet. That's what it is. With Hydra going for feign death for a second. Getting those kill shots in. Hydra at no health whatsoever though. He got also some range damage. Gets a freezing trap onto Wolf even though he's surrounded by his pets. I am surprised he landed it. Does create some line of sight. Wolf pulling his pets back for a second. Looks like he's re-engaging the backup in. And Hydra, I think, is trying to use his pet taunt on any of the Wolf's pets, trying to, like, disrupt the AI a little. As Hydra is going to get some damage onto those pets, Wolf might have to resummon his T-Rex. Maybe that's what Wolf's going to do. He's going to go for a feign death, let the pets die, and then go for a revive. That's actually exactly what he's going to do. Let the pets just die. Hydra in a camo, recovering massively. Wolf has a trinket backup as well as turtle shell. Hydra no turtle, but does have a trinket, so he's in an okay spot for now. Again, the flayed shot onto the T-Rex is because otherwise Wolf can go for a feign death and remove any of the dots on him. So Hydra puts the dot on the T-Rex, unless Wolf literally dismisses the pet. That flake shot is going to be on this, so the kill shots are guaranteed. But Hydra's find himself kind of low in health. Not a lot of defense is left, and Wolf just overpowers him. That Beastmaster Hunter versus survival. It is a tough matchup. Really tough matchup. Blind onto Wolf with a stun. As Jesus got a damage ramped up. Wolf into the turtle shell with a flash cup. That sees Jesus popping up every cooldown available. And should be able to get himself a bit of a reset. It should be a-okay for now. Jesus, a lot of his cooldowns just went to waste into the turtle, but he's gonna have him back up before the turtle is back. Revive pet up for Wolf. This is gonna get himself a fresh new pet. Jesus did at least focus down on the T-Rex, which is a good thing. Gonna be that chakram, but looks like the chakram kind of went out into... Where did the chakram even go? It hit Jesus, it skirted along the pet for Jesus summon's ghoul, and I think it went into the slime. Kevin slime, and I think it disappeared. So I don't know if Jesus actually took that much damage from the chakram at all. It kind of just bugged out on itself. Wolf of the Bestial Wrath has the pets max range, but Jesus could just send him in. Looks like you're just focusing on the ghoul instead. Jesus might have to sacrifice that ghoul for health. It looks like he won't even be able to do that. But Jesus at least is walking into this with full running power, so Death Strikes already could always go for Lichborn and Death Call spam himself to full. So he is a-okay for now. Is going to try to get Chain of Eyes gripping and Wolf in with a blind. Maybe Remorseless Winter trying to make sure his auto attacks do not break the blind. As Jesus gets himself Pillar of Frost, might be able to get some big damage in there. Gonna be lots of pressure versus Wolf. Wolf maybe can get hit with another Remorseless Winter. Looks like the disengage is going to remove the debuff from him. Big Death Chakram onto Jesus. This time he just hits the Death Knight with the Freezing Trap to follow as Wolf is trying to play defensively. Had a big Chakram, had big damage spread, but decided, you know what, I'm just going to wait it up. Wait a little bit. And then come back a little bit later when I have everything. Gonna be the Shackle Benediction. Jesus might have put himself in a low position. I think this man's just dead. Trying to heal, but the Death Pack doesn't even give him any healing. With a kill shot right in the spine as he swings around the back. Oh, that's just mean. That Shackle just ended up, man. That's rough. Malfurion tried to get an opener onto Wolf. He does get denied. That's gonna be a freezing trap to stop him. With a quick fear onto Malfurion. It looks like Malf is going to get CC'd to full. It doesn't even go for a reshifting of the shifting out of form into human form. Just to deny any kind of fears. Quick maim onto Wolf, trying to get the big bleeds. Going to be a knockback by Wolf, playing that explosive trap. With a quick stun onto Malfurion as he goes for a trinket in bear form. Got himself rejuve, hoping for a Swiftman. Does get himself recovery. It looks like he actually wants to kind of chill behind the pillar. Or maybe wants to stay on Malfurion, on Wolf. Malfurion, I think, is just trying to go for... He's trying to decide whether he wants to stay in or reset. One or the other. Trying to get himself the rejuve again. Trying to go for Swiftmans while he's got it. We are heading that 5-minute mark, boys, with dampening crawling in little by little. Freezing trap on the Wolf as he does to himself full berserk. He wants to go for damage. Wolf going for Scary Beast. Malfurion doesn't choose to shift it at all, which does kind of put him behind, as there's going to be double fears onto Malfurion. So Wolf is able to make sure there's a little bit of distance between to let Malfurion run in the direction. And maybe hit him with a stun as he closes the gap, so it just gives him plenty of time to recover with more CC. Maim onto Wolf. Malfurion playing it very, very defensively. Wolf might be able to get himself a little bit of pressure, charging at Malfurion. Pets bold, beefed up, Fleshcraft around the corner. Malfurion is definitely going to catch up on that healing. And a trap is waiting for him. Just a charge trap. I think he immutes it because of the Fleshcraft. For a little bit at least. Wolf with a freezing trap. Does he have a stun to follow? No trinket from Malfurion for a while. And Wolf is definitely going to have to bust through the Fleshcraft. Again, the fear. He just lets himself get feared. Maybe there's a purpose to it. Maybe there's a... He's like, you know what? I guess this fear doesn't really do damage to you, so I guess he'll fine. But it's going to be a quick maim onto Wolf. And I guess my fear just doesn't want to spend a global like power shifting back and forth. Quick Death Chakram. Maybe Wolf can make some damage. That is a Death Chakram. The only thing Malfurion has right now is Barks to keep him alive. Try to heal through his damage. Wolf trying to stay ahead of Malfurion as best as he can. That Ursus is going to keep the pets into CC. Malfurion tried to see if he swing around the corner. Maybe could be intro by Wolf. Did not go for a counter shot just yet, but does have a 100's mark onto the Feral. Is going to hit him with a slow bash up. Malfurion might be an opportunity for him to get some bleeds. Does not have Feral Frenzy or anything really of that sort to combine with damage of the buff from Tiger's Fury. So it looks like Malfurion is going to get some normal bleeds in. With Thorns maybe doing some damage to his pets. Freezing Trap waiting for him. And Malfurion fighters are kind of low in health. Trinket's really, really early. It's kind of low in health. Could be maybe big damage on the stun out of Wolf. If he gets some big pressure, Malfurion got him some bleeds onto Wolf. Death Chakram is up. Trying to heal through the best possible. 70% dampening. I think he's going to be able to be okay as long as he just stays aggressive with those heals. But looks like he isn't. Shackles him addiction as he's trying to go into bear form. And a kill shot as he rounds the bend. My goodness. Residia is going to be up next. Getting a ambush. I like how it reversed you back. You got an ambush, you got frozen. You're like, all right, back it up out of there for a second. What was that? Is it going to be grapple hook around the corner? Blade rushing towards Wolf, but that explosive trap is going to knock you back. As Residia trying to exchange spikes with Wolf. And it's going to swap to the pets, trying to get a couple of those cinder strikes in there, maybe build up some call points. Clock shot is up for Residia in case there's a freezing trap. So now Wolf can easily freezing trap the rogue. That's exactly what's going to happen. He can control the rogue a little bit easier. There's going to be a big chakram with a range stun or range slow. Residia, I think his chakram again went into Residia's slime who disappeared. I think it's actually kind of a cheat code. I think the slime keeps eating up all those death chakrams. I think it's happened twice now. Residia with a stun onto Wolf. Is that going to be enough damage? Or does Residia have an evasion to follow? It's going to go for a vanish. But looks like Wolf still sees him with the Hunter's Mark, sending in a couple of those Cobra shots. Residia with a blind and one pet, Shadow Meld, and still has a Hunter's Mark on him though. Does Wolf realize he has a Hunter's Mark on the rogue? If you realize it, you could just send the pet over there. The Hunter's Mark is still there. You can maybe see it from here if you just jumped up. And looks like it's gone. But Wolf is at least going to be able to get himself a camo. I wonder, why can I see you? Like, why Wolf? Why can we see Wolf over everybody else inside of the camo? Like, normally he'll have like the same camo effect as his pets. Like this kind of like a see-through effect. But for some reason we can see him just kind of skulking around, which looks cool. But it's just like we see him. It looks like it's a hunter trying to pretend like he's camoed. Stunner to Residia with a death shocker. Pets empowered. I think a kill shot away to Residia might just be going down. Yeah, not much you can really do about it. And Mori switching out to a Necrolord, trying to go for the big avatar. Knocked back by Wolf, had a trap replaced there. Quick feint death for a moment. No turtle shell for the time being. Mori just needs to do the most damage to take Wolf down, but I think Wolf might just have a quick fear. Mori got him some sharpened blade. Is gonna go for a big execute, maybe, potentially. Got Wolf super low, wins an execute, and does end up slaying him. Taking him down as Sajiro charging and interrupting Mori on that flesh cap. As Sajiro got himself avatar, full banner, everything. Mori got a parry for this. Stormbolt doesn't have enough damage. Trying to see if he can bust him down. There's a couple stuns. Parry out for Sajiro. Trick inside of the Stormbolt into a Blade Storm. As Mori got nothing left and does get slain by Sajiro. Well, at least somebody stopped the mayhem that Wolf was causing. At least somebody ended it. With Mori taking him out, but then Sajiro asserting that warrior dominance. Wolf needs his own video? Honestly, dude. Actually, Wolf, are you in Discord? I can give you a, I probably should give Wolf a, if I haven't yet, a role. This man comes in and pumps and duels all the time. Actually just obliterates. Sentry's ready. Do we have Chrysler? Maybe one more? Because we've been having mostly the same teams. Chrysler, Jesus, Sentry. Where's Krager? Yo, warrior. Yeah. What's up, Prisma? How you doing, my guy? Hunter makes me crazy, dude. It's nutty. He's really good. Wolf is insane in these duels. I mean, Beastmaster is pretty generally good, but this man's not even playing Ventier either. He's playing that Necrolord, which is interesting. Going to sleep, boy. Have a great stream. Yo, Azot, thanks so much for coming by, my guy. Still doing more games? We could do more. We could call it here. I feel like we're mostly having the same teams, and I think just about everybody with Team Jesus, Chrysler, Alex, Sentry. You guys got a lot of games in. We can try to get as many games as we could tonight. So maybe we could call it here. So we get some food and get some work done earlier. Potentially. I was there to take the hunters. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm only 2 or 3. Getting 2 people could be tough. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it too much, Athol. We could call it there. Wasn't even considered maximum optimal Necrolord burst. I would have done 63,000 damage. Jesus. So let me look at Athol and burst versus the Shadow Priest. That 12-run game. So what am I looking at? Final rank hit him for 18k crit. Tempest Verdict for 22. And then Divine Storm at the same time for 15 with a second Divine Storm for overkill. Jesus Christ, dude. Wait, so you literally hit him one global, second global. This is all in the same global. This is all in the same global. Jesus. So 22 and like a 20k hit here. So you did 40 in a single global. Are you mad? This paladin is mad with power. Absolutely insane. Absolutely incredible. Down with the cities? Yeah, it could be tough. Yeah. That's why you gotta, in 5V5 1v1 duels, you gotta match up for cities as best you can. You know what I mean? That's all you can really do. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking to the side. We did some raid testing. I'm just trying to make sure that we got some VODs, because I had to do a little bit of some semi organizational stuff. Dude, I woke up so late today, and then I got on my PC, and I was told that the raid lead, GM, is not going to be there for the raid testing today, and the raid testing in an hour before the duel. So I'm like, man, I got to get a video up and running. I gotta get the raid testing going. I gotta get people invited. There's this other guild that will be doing raid testing with. G-Funk is hanging out with me. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Yo, dude, I love that little dance he did there, man, with that one duel. It looked awesome. But yeah, I had to do a little bit of organizational stuff, and I'm just trying to make sure the VODs and the rooms for chats are created and all that stuff for the new raid. Dude, Sepulchre looks amazing, by the way. Did you guys get to do any raid testing? Hold on. I think we're going to be ending the duels here in a bit. But let me see. Let me first find my stuff. Let's first find my footage. What was it? It was in the, here. I think it was this room here. If it loads. Yeah. Here we go. Dude, this is the first boss room. Like, not the first boss room, but like second boss. This is the raid room, dude. Look at the room we have to raid in. Look at this place. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look how massive this room is, dude. You got these floating pillars, floating structures. And earlier you had this area where there's like a bunch of mobs, and you have like these platforms that go down, and it's just so expansive. It's just so big. Everything is massive in this raid, dude. Just a massive arena, which I think there's going to be a boss here too. Screams Antorus to me. It kind of does. It's like a reverse Antorus, where Antorus was like full of demons and fell. This one is like full of like the opposite of what a demon is, like almost holy in a sense. ENR area. Yeah, kind of, yeah. I can totally see that play, this spot right here being kind of like ENR-esque. Jesus. It looks so good. Dude, PTR was so laggy though. I don't know what was going on. I think everybody in the raid was just causing my frames to just dip left and right. It was super stuttery on my end. And like the fight itself, I actually almost thought it was gonna crash. But that's a really cool boss fight overall. Alrighty, boys. I'm gonna stop blabbering. I think we're done for the duels for the evening though, boys. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna be doing more duels tomorrow over for the region of NA. Wish you to join the NA, boys, so you can give them a bit of that emotional support in the duels as you watch them decimating one another, tearing each other apart in the 5v5 duel arena. Thank you, boys, so much for coming by. I appreciate all of you. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Запис на игры, друг. Запис на игры. У нас нету больше команды у Архи. Вот это только твоя команда, но больше Alliance командов нету. Но мы качаем доли сегодня. Ну, чуть-чуть пораньше, чем нормально. Bro, legit prop palette tanks will be meta 9-2. I think so, yeah. Tier says the combined Lego. Yeah, I think a lot of tanks are looking really strong. I actually want to make a video on like some of the strongest, potentially, like, some of the most broken tier sets before they get fixed. Patch 9.2. And a lot of them are going to be tank tier sets. There's already the, a lot of Kosachings that are, but let's see what's that. Let me see if I can find, let me find this one Demon Hunter footage. So this is a Demon Hunter set. And somebody figured out that if you use a cancel RMAC, you can really bug it and cheese it. I want to see if it loads fast enough. I want to share what's going on. Do you want to tell Bulwark and say damn? Yeah. I imagine it'll be a really strong damage put together. There's a lot of busted things coming out for PTR. But it's also really fun too. Like, it's broken, but it's incredibly fun. There's a lot of broken things for sure, but really, really fun. Is this the footage? No, I don't think this is it. Now, where was one of the... So one of these was me doing some Demon Hunter stuff. I don't think this will be it. Is this it? Oh, okay, okay. I think I found it. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So I found a way to break. I watched a video of a guy breaking the Demon Hunter tier set. So this is Demon Hunter tier set with a current legendary right now. There's just one legendary. I want you to pay attention to just how much versatility I have. Don't worry about the souls flying. That's pretty buggy in itself, but look at the versatility you can get. So I can reduce damage by 223% when I stack up that much versatility. Broken and fun, bro. Yo, do you see that versa? Did you see that versatility? Did you see that? That's probably the most versatile I could. I just wanted to get a bunch of enemies together. Like, the more enemies, the more souls you can get, the more you can really get it working. It was awesome. Alrighty, boys. Завтра на ПТР, ну, не знаю, Архи. Я думаю, будем ПТР дуэли, но завтра, я думаю, будем американские дуэли. Посмотрим, если есть американские друзей. Но думаю, в следующей неделе, может, в 2 следующей неделе, мы будем делать ПТР дуэли иногда. Я не хочу много ПТР дуэли, потому что я хочу, когда 9.2, придет нам, не на PTR, на лайв-серверов. Я хочу играть нормально и... русском. I'm trying to find the word enjoy and spoil. I don't want to spoil it. Я не хочу spoil. Как русский spoil? Я не знаю, как spoil. I don't know how to say spoil in Russian. But я не хочу spoil. Это, знаешь, что слово spoil. Хочу это, чтобы патч был как сюрприз. That's the best I could do. I'm trying to figure out how to say it in Russian. But boys, thank you so much for joining Duels. Appreciate you. Super fun hanging out with all of you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for chilling. Back tomorrow with NA Duels. But we will start doing PTR Duels from time to time. I don't want to spoil PTR Duels too much or 9.2 PvP too much. But I definitely want to give it some chances. I want to give the double Legos a go. I want to give the tier sets a go. So as we get some new tier sets, test out some of the most broken tier sets of PvP, definitely want to test them in PTR. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Yeah, PvP trickers. We also got to test them out as well. Yeah, it'll be the same spoiler. Oh, it will be spoiler. Okay, I just know. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful. I'll see you, though, in the next Stream Arena, boys, tomorrow for more duels. Alrighty? Alrighty. Peace.
Seeing all the water rain fill their eyes, doing things they know, talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know. But do you ever try to puff on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to puff on the left side?